Good night, everybody. Not good night, good evening. Everybody, this is Michael Allwhite and
Julie Allwhite.
Yeah, tonight we are home for the Waskom Wildcats home opener. And who do we have that we're hosting tonight?
The Shelbyville Dragons tonight. They got a new dragon inflatable over there that the run through, it looks pretty cool.
It's big. It's about 3/4 up of our flagpole, so it's definitely a large blow up.
That's a scary looking dragon.
And so the Wildcats have their home opener against Shelbyville. We were in Hemp Hill last week, and the Wildcats got their first win. We went a little over 100 miles, Julie and I, and we covered that game. And then before that was our loss to Garrison in Garrison, so it was our first home opener, which we played all these teams last year. And so last year, this was a battle.
But none on a Thursday night.
And this year it's all on a Thursday.
All on a Thursday.
Yeah. And last year Shelbyville Waskom went up on Shelbyville towards the end, and we all thought we had the game, and we're just a minute and something seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
They drove down and threw what I call a Hail Mary, because it was about a 55-yarder.
Caught it right in the corner of the end zone, just in the very corner. It was controversial.
It was.
Was it a catch? Wasn't it? Was it not a catch? Was he inbounds? Was he not? There was all kinds of questions.
And so the series between your Waskom Wildcats and the Shelbyville Dragons are 4-2-0 in 2020. If you remember that year, we didn't get to play. And so tonight the Wildcats are looking to get another victory up over Shelbyville, because Shelbyville won the last game, and the game. The other game that they had won was in 2020. I'll have to go back and see what year that they were playing.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Wildcats are coming out tonight looking to get a big win, because Shelbyville, they're 0-2, Julie, but they faced off against New Boston and Troop.
So some tough competition they've had.
And they in both. I know against New Boston, they scored 42 points, I believe.
Wow.
42 points. New Boston.
But still lost. High scoring game. That's kind of how ours was last year, right?
Yes, because last year they ended up beating us 54-48.
Wow.
So New Boston kind of flipped that on us. So tonight, I can suspect it's going to be a high scoring game. The Waskom Wildcats, we will be looking for their defense to step up tonight, because this will be probably the first real air attack test for the Wildcats. Garrison gave us all we needed there in the ground game, and it was a ground and pound. That final score doesn't really show what the Wildcats, I think, are going to be capable of this year.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, Garrison was tough defensively on the ground, and so tonight we'll see what the Wildcats can do against Shelbyville's spread offense. And they don't have the quarterback from last year, which.
But they still have some tough players. They had some good players last year, and they still have some of them with them tonight, right?
Yeah. So they had there's some of your Waskom Wildcats now out on the field. They're running out with their flags. The cheerleaders are leading out, and there's some youth players coming out behind them, giving them some support tonight. Wildcats in the center of the end zone. We have 4 minutes 32 seconds for the kickoff. Wildcats look good tonight. They're going to bring those flags over to their fans, and I think the fans will take some of them up and post them, and the other ones will be there on the sidelines. But we have some time for jerseys. Would you?
Well, the Shelbyville Dragons are red and white. They're wearing red pants and white jerseys with red helmets. Your Waskom Wildcats are in their all maroon and white uniforms tonight. Some of my favorite uniforms they have. They're wearing their silver metallic helmets with the metallic maroon W and the maroon stripe in the middle.
Yeah, so that's your Waskom Wildcats. They've been sporting the new metallic red helmets in a different decal, but I like this one here from last year. This decal.
I like this whole combination here, the maroon, total maroon uniform, and then the silver helmet. Looks really sharp.
Definitely Waskom. I know a lot of alumni, this is one of their favorite looks. Or they have all mostly white with maroon and blue.
Mm-hmm.
This is
I'm not a alumni that wear worries too much about that. I even don't mind them wearing the black uniform. I think it looks pretty tough. But I gotta say, my favorite uniform is this maroon.
Yeah, but I think, like you said, most of we've gotten through, and we've even added our accent colors to the school color list. I saw the school got that published. So you're right. I think everybody's become accustomed to what the Wildcats are doing in sport. But the Shelbyville Dragons, I like the way they're dressed tonight as our opposing team, because I don't think they look as tough in that white-red combo. So when we go down there, they wear that all-red uniform with black, or they wear, and that's what they did last year.
You think that's a tougher looking?
Yeah, they don't look as tough today. So we'll see what that does for them.
I don't know if that matters. That
we're going to find out here pretty
colors.
quick.
I think Shelbyville's going to be a tough team. Like you said, they've already played two tough opponents, and even though they lost, they were in the games.
Yeah, well, and like you mentioned, their quarterback, number 1, Gavin McDonald, he is no slouch to running this offense, and you will see him. He doesn't have the wheels as JJ had last year, but he definitely can move it on the ground. Well, he can throw some targeted shots out there to his team. But I believe also for the running back, number 0, Ronnie Williams, he also is a very good running back, and he'll be he did with them last year, and this year he's a senior.
I should have looked this up, Michael, but do you know off chance, did JJ Barnes go on to play at the next level? Is he playing in a college?
Oh, well, that'd be something maybe you can look up. I didn't hear of any, but I wouldn't doubt he's at.
He certainly was a special player.
That's correct. So the Wildcats, we are observing the national anthem out there. Everyone's standing. And I think we just noticed it's about to end. So Julie and I didn't notice that at first. So this game is fixing to get underway with just a minute and 10 seconds. The Wildcats have their captains lined up here that are going to come out tonight. Is number 6, Chris Hernandez. Number 3, Davion Bucklin. Number 10, Joe Irvin. Number 55, Tay Harrison. And number 22, Tank Esper. And we're glad to see 22 back out there. When the first played the game last week, someone had stepped up on the back of his heel, kind of sprained something in his leg, but it wasn't a severe sprain, and he's back out tonight, so we'll get to hopefully see him have a lot more downs and plays than he had last week. Over here on the Shelbyville side, number 0 is captain Ronnie Williams, and that's their top running back that we'll see a lot of tonight. And then number 1, Gavin McDonald, quarterback. And I catch the other ones that come back there doing the coin toss. And we have Jimmy Cox, Jimmy Cox Stadium out there flipping the coin.
Look at there. Honorary captain tonight?
Yeah. It's like the Wildcats won the toss. And so they're going to defend the north end zone. And I believe they're going to defer to the second half. Shelbyville will get the ball first. We'll catch those other captains when they turn and go off the field carefully. Kickoff. Number 5, Dallas Murray. Number 55, Jay Barnes. Number 12, Sergio Reyes.
I'm getting some feedback here that our sound's not working on the YouTube, so we'll check into that, folks.
So we're on 103.9 KMHT, the sports beat of East Texas. I'm gonna check our YouTube site. And then the Wildcats are gonna come out here and kick off. And
You just turn it.
so Chris Hernandez is back as the kicker. I mentioned last week, and I was it wasn't on the roster, and I should have known because I know the young man Timo is Agundez. I was calling him Hernandez last week, so I apologize for that. But he had moved up from JV last week to kick, and so this week Chris Hernandez will be back kicking for the Wildcats.
Wildcats defense. They're going to have J.D. Stevens, number 60 in the middle. Got Tay Harrison on the right defensive end this week, number 55. Number 52, Landon Nolan on the left defensive side. They're in the shotgun. He's going to do a counter left, and Joe Irvin comes up and gets number 2 on that counter. Good tackle for a big loss.
Great job.
There's number 2, Hunter Harvey on the carry. Joe Irvin come right up. And here we go. We got the Wildcats defense looking good. Sorry, I know Coach, I was following him a little bit this week, but spent a lot of time studying the Shelbyville defense, and coaches out of Woking. I believe that's their rival, wasn't it? Shelbyville Woking's rival?
I believe so.
Yeah, so he's very knowledgeable about what they do. They're in the shotgun. 2 receivers left. He's going to come under. They have 2 receivers on the right. He goes back. He looks left. He throws a screen to 0-0, drops it. And he would have probably been able to get out there, but Joe Irving was there.
Yeah, just right through his hands there.
So that's going to bring up a quick 3rd and 15 for the Shelbyville Dragons. So 11-14 in the first quarter, scores 0-0. Nate Espy is the Mike linebacker in the middle. You got Joe Irving on the right side and Dakota on the left. Shotgun, he calls for the snap. He's got the extra blocker. He's looking deep. He's throwing it deep over to the 50. Montez is there, and he overthrows Montez. Looks like they're going to call defensive interference.
You saw a flag?
Right here, unless it just fell out. See? Yeah, because he was running. It fell out of his pocket.
Okay.
So good coverage for the Wildcats. That was a big pass. Well, he threw it about 10, 20, 30, 40, 55 yards. But now it's 4th and 15. I would suspect they're going to punt. Number 1, Gavin McDonald's got a arm on him. But really, I don't think they're punting. So we're going to set up a spread. 2 receivers out on each side. He's got his halfback on his right side. Now he's stepping back like he will punt. And he is the punter. He does a quick punt. Wildcats going to look at him, maybe pick it up. Chris Hernandez is there. Montez looking at a good decision there by Montez Thompson, number 23. And the Wildcats, I got to agree with you. This combination is one of the best combinations of uniforms and helmets.
Well, it was a good look for the defense on a first run out tonight for the Wildcats.
And now we're going to look at the offense. Last week, we had a ton of our players come out. We had everybody pretty much playing the game. And so tonight we'll have Tay Harrison as the center. We'll have number 58 as the left guard, Hunter Gossett. Number 79, Caleb Mann on the right side guard. Chris Hernandez already has team set. He's got 2 receivers right and 1 left. Gets the snap. Chris keeps it. Goes off tackle, and he's out in the open. He's at the 40. Julie, look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
I talked to him last night. He said he hadn't scored. Well, there he goes.
Well, he didn't take long, did he?
He didn't take long. So, Chris, that was at the 43. So that's going to be a 57-yard touchdown with 10 minutes, 43 seconds. Chris Hernandez on the triple option. They bid on the inside and covered the outside, and Chris kept it and took it to the house untouched.
How many yards you say?
57-yard TD for Chris Hernandez. And the Wildcats come out now. Chris will set up the kick. The holder is one of our receivers, number 1, Jackson Hicks. He's a senior this year.
I guess he took care of business quick tonight.
He sure did. Well, we got a long night ahead of us, folks, so we'll take that. But let's keep the pedal to the metal here for the Waskom Wildcats. Chris Hernandez was successful. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tech's Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tech's Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tech's Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
All right, back here at Jimmy Leacock Stadium, your Waskom Wildcats, Chris Hernandez, number 6, took the first play, 47-yard quarterback keeper on that option, and scored and kicked the extra point. Now he's set to kick off again to number 22 for the Dragons, Andy Johnson. And Andy's going to catch it this day, and he fumbles it. He stepped out. Yeah, he stepped out at the 15.
And the ref was watching because
he sure
was.
was.
To mark it.
So that's a good special teams kicking by Chris Hernandez. Let's get another readout on those defensive players. Aiden Corbett, number 57, is the inside guy, defensive tackle with J.D. Stevens. Then your secondary, we kind of mentioned them, but Chris Hernandez, number 6, is out there as a safety. Joe Irving and Davion Buffin, number 3. Joe's 10, Davion's 3 are your corners. Number 5's out there right now, Julius Irving on the right side. They hand off to number 1. He comes up the middle.
Ooh, I thought he was just a break free.
Nate Espy gets him there before, but he picks up 5. Oh, that was Montez Thompson, 23, that tackled him.
Julius Irving?
Yeah,
that just sounds like a football player or a pro athlete.
Yeah, well, it reminds me of your grandpa.
My papa.
So number 5 is the corner on the right side right now. Davion Buffin's on the left. Our safeties are Chris Hernandez and Montez, which Montez was in there. Good pickup for him because we have our mic. On this offense, they'll have the mic over on the left side, and they're going to hand off. He's going to come back up that middle, and the defense is looking good there in the middle. JD's there, and Montez gets up in there, and Tay Harrison.
JD's making some good plays.
Yeah, and Montez is doing good, coming up supporting that D-line out of that secondary. You can hear the guys over there saying the thing down.
Can you hear them? Now we have a new announcer this year. Our longtime Waskom announcer, Stan Boyd, retired this year.
And shout out to Stan, all the good service he had done for the
Waskom. He's done it a long time. Everybody knows and loves Stan Boyd.
Yeah. So here we go, folks. 3rd down and 4. Not as trivial as that 3rd and 15. And so we'll see what they do. 2 receivers right. He gets the shotgun snap, and he's going to try to go up the middle. And the Wildcats are going to get to the ball now.
That's some defense tonight.
Well, and the Wildcats are swimming to the ball way better than they did against the Garrison Bulldogs. And
we didn't mention our new announcer is David Walden, so thank you to David for taking up the torch that Stan left behind.
Yeah, well, I knew you were going to do it. We were just trying to give Stan a little bit of time to settle there, and we'll go with the new PA. And here we go with a 4th and 2 in the shotgun. Receiver's out wide. He's trying to get him to jump. He's got that halfback on his right side. He backs up a little bit. He's going to punt again because he's deep in in Dragon territory, and the Wildcats will not return it. It's going to get
took a little bounce.
Yeah, it kind of bounced back and then bounced back forward back to where it hit at the 45. So your Wildcats will come back out 3 yards closer than they were the last drive. And we'll finish up that offensive shout out. So on the tackles, we're stopped out on the tackles. On the left side, we have our sophomore Remington Riley, his first year to start, doing a great job this year. And then he's on the left side. On the right side, I believe most of the time is Aiden Corbett, number 57. And then our starting slots, which we have a lot of running backs, and y'all saw pretty much the whole array of them last week, but the ones that come out first are number 10, Joe Irving on the left slot, 23, Montez Thompson on the right, and Tank Espy is the B-back. So we're in the true flex bone. Chris under center, motion right, Joe Irving. He's going to give it to Nate off tackle. Nate, can't break that first guy. He picks up 1 yard, but number 5, it was a good cover on defense.
He was spying that.
Yeah. Dallas Murray is number 5 for the Shelbyville Dragons.
we'll look at some other games tonight, but the only other actual Thursday night game tonight, I think, is Woking and Tenaha. That's the only one that I know about. If anybody else knows about any other Thursday night games, you can let us know and we'll get the scores for you.
So we just had a chop ball out call on the Wildcats.
Oh, I hate them calls.
And it's going to move them back 15 yards.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it. I wasn't watching for it. And
shout out to my Hallsville Bobcats. It's homecoming week for Hallsville, and my friends who may be listening tonight, Lauren, Taylor, Dana, my Hallsville buddies.
Oh, those are your buddies.
Those are my buddies.
8 minutes, 4 seconds. Wildcats lead the Shelbyville Dragons 7-0. Chris under center. Going to move receivers 2 to the left side. We're going to pitch it to Montez. Got a block there by Joe. Good block. And Montez evades the tackle and picks up about 7.
6, 7.
Did he get a great spot there? No, I don't know what that ref, he jumped out. So the ball will be at the Wildcat 38 with a second down and long. So about second down and 17, 18. Over here at the receiver on the right side, you have Bryce Ducote, number 8, scored a touchdown last week. And on the left side, you got Jackson Hicks, number 1. Chris is in that flex bone set, looking at his play card, under center, talks to his center. Now everybody's set. No motion. Gives it to Nate, pulls out, and then Chris is there again, and they get him this time, but he picks up 4. It's a hard run. And that's going to bring up a third down and 12 for the Wildcats. So Shelbyville,
A little tougher.
they weren't paying attention on the first drive.
They woke up.
They woke up quick. Hey, there's your chairs you love down there.
No,
They got the offensive line chairs.
I'll give you a view of them in just a minute, folks.
So the Wildcats have well, they didn't move the down. Was there a flag? The down marker still says second down.
Yep.
They're looking for the play call. The Wildcats are. Got the offensive coordinator down there on the field. They're got a few card guys down there throwing some different signs. Got 2 receivers right. Motion left. Montez. They give to Nate. No, pitches to Montez. Oh, that's a good tackle because it wasn't for that tackle.
Yeah, he would have been gone.
That's 23, I believe, for the Dragons.
So now we got third down.
It's not 23.
15?
No, over there, the far guy over to the far right. I guess it's 22. Andy Johnson. They don't have a 23.
I was saying it's third and about 15. Also, shout out to Pam Rhodes from work. She was home, I think, maybe watching the game. She's had eye surgery, so we're thinking about Pam today, too.
Now, let's see what the Wildcats do here. They may pull out a pass play. Got 2 receivers right, 1 left. Slide on the right side. He's going to roll right, looking to throw. He gets it out. Oh, we got to stay. Yeah, we got to stay.
I think he slipped out of bounds.
So we're getting close to where we'll go for it here, I would suspect.
Yeah, I like that. I like that play call.
So a good pass to Joe Irvin from Chris Hernandez. It's going to be a pickup of about 15.
About 10. So now it's 4th and 5.
Yeah, you're right. He rolled back.
If his foot slipped, I think he slipped and went out of bounds.
Well, they had good coverage there, so that's why he slipped, because he was trying to make a move on a pile of Shelbyville Dragons. And we got a 4th and 5. Montez goes out wide left. Now they're setting up to punt. So they're going to hang in with this defense.
Okay.
They're punting from the Shelbyville 49.5.
I wanted to go for it.
I did too. Chris gets not a very good punt. It's going to go over to the left side of the field. Not a terrible punt, but it's going to be at the Shelbyville 28-yard line. They'll go 1st and 10. So 6 minutes, 14 seconds. The Wildcats are up 7-0.
Came out and scored on the very first play of the Wildcat opening drive.
And here come the Shelbyville Dragons, led by number 1, Gavin McDonald.
So if our defense can stay strong.
See if they have any switch on defense. No, it looks like. And I mentioned we got a couple of Dakotas. Number 11, Maddox Dakota, is the linebacker staff out there right now, and started. Gives it to number 0.
Got him.
It's a good tackle there. First guy there was Nate Espy, and then Landon Rogers, number 52, helps him out. That number 0 is a good hard runner, Ronnie Williams for the Dragons.
What year is he, Michael? Does it say?
I believe I seen him last year. They don't list him on here.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure he's a senior this year. 5 minutes, 46 seconds. Wildcats are up 7-0. 2nd down and 6. Dragons. They roll 2 receivers over on the left side. Now the back's going to be on the quarterback's left side. And he gives it to the back, and he goes straight up. Good job at the line. JD slowed him down. Maddox was right in there. And the rest of the Wildcats come in there and stop 0 for no gain.
I did look that up. I saw that their DJ Barnes had signed with intent to play at Lamar, but I don't know if he is playing
at Lamar. Mm-hmm. So the defense is looking really good so far. We got a big, long night to go. 5 minutes, getting down to 5 minutes in the first quarter. Wildcats up 7-0. I don't think Shelbyville's had a first down, Julie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3rd and 5. Trips right. Back's on his right side.
We might not just said anything.
Calls for the snap. He rolls right. He's looking for that screen. He gets from pressure. JD's on him. He's going to have to run, and good cover up by Joe Irvin.
Yeah.
He loses a yard. So great defense. I know Coach has to be pretty excited what he sees by his defensive players right now because
Coach Lawson's a defensive guy, right?
Yeah,
That's
and he's been working on the defense for Shelbyville since last year, and that was a big game after that we dropped.
I see down there by those chairs they've got a big whiteboard too.
Yep. They got all
have
into it.
class down here on the sideline, folks. I'll have to
4 minutes, 47 seconds, and it looks like Shelbyville will set the punt again. The Wildcats need to keep an eye on them. Don't jump off sides. Let's just wait here, see if they punt it. Joe Irvin's going back to maybe field it this time. Not a very good kick, but it's a soccer-style kick, and it's going to just roll past Joe Irvin. He's going to roll to the 31-yard line.
Let me go over here and give you here's a view of the classroom on the sidelines down here. We got a whiteboard and some chairs. The O-line, I guess, is going to school.
And you can kind of see, is it the beach theme they had this week?
Oh, yeah, they had a beach theme this week. You see the cheerleaders in their beach wear.
So your Wildcats defense has held Shelbyville to no first downs, and I believe the Wildcats have only had, they ran the touchdown on the first one, so technically it was a touchdown. Yeah. Well, I don't think we had a first down either.
Shelbyville's been a very high-scoring team last year and this year, so it's interesting.
Yeah, I bet our super fans feeling a little better. He was pretty nervous.
I was just thinking, I wonder what super fan Ken is thinking of this. We will have to get that feedback from him.
See, the Wildcats can string together some plays here, get down in the end zone, flex bone formation, under center Chris Hernandez, motion left. He pulls it away from, and he's going to pick up 2. So Chris capes it again.
Last game, Bubba Jones had some really good plays. I think I see Bubba coming out onto the field now, Michael.
Yeah, Bubba plays B-back, number 7. He'll come into the game. Wildcats have tight flex bone formation, no motion. Gives it to Bubba. And Bubba's going to pick up a couple, maybe 4, and he's moving the ball.
He's still fighting hard, isn't he?
Yeah, I mentioned to our clock runners that Bubba Jones, he's probably 150, 155, but he can squat 500 pounds.
I think he took 500 or more pounds there with him.
Yeah, he's definitely been working out.
For a few yards.
He's shooting for the powerlifting state, and so we'll shout out for Bubba Jones.
We're rooting him on.
That's first down. First down of the game. Bubba Jones, number 7, is the first person to hit a first down, not counting the touchdown by Chris Hernandez. Under center Chris, motion right. Oh, did they get it out? Yeah, he got it out, but they got Chris's legs, and they're moving that pile again, Bubba and the crew. And they're going to blow the whistle finally. So Wildcats have been physical out there tonight on both sides of the ball, and Bubba Jones picks up 5 yards on that carry. 2nd and 5.
Yeah.
So Wildcats moving the ball. 2 minutes, 55 seconds, 7-0 Wildcats lead.
That reminded me of some of those 2015, 2016. Was it 2015 when we would move the ball like that?
Yeah, 13 through 15, the guys could do that rugby style, moving the ball. Under center, Chris Hernandez gets. They hit him as he had the ball, and I think we fumbled. Did we recover?
I think we got it back. No, I don't know. Shelbyville looks like they might have got that one.
Yeah, they were blowing through there last time hitting Chris, and this time they got him right before he got the handoff up. So the first mistake is a turnover by the Wildcats.
They sure were getting through there quick.
Yeah. So the Shelbyville take over 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 41.
So this is the first time Shelbyville's been on this side of the field.
And we got 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 7-0 Wildcats lead. But we'll have to see who can keep the endurance up in this game.
It's going to be tough. Going to be a battle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So number 1, Gavin McDonald in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers right, with tight end on the left side, halfback's on his right. He's going to give it to the halfback. He's going to go off tackle right side. He breaks some tackles that time and picks up probably 6.
I think there was a little misdirection there on who had the ball and where the ball was, but they got him. But not before he picked up a good bit of yardage.
Yeah, 2nd down and 4. May just be 3, huh? 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Waskom still up 7-0.
McDonald in the shotgun. 2 receivers on this left side on the Wildcat side. They're off the ball, so they got 7 men on the line of scrimmage. Oh, got a big back in there, a big fullback at that halfback spot. And the Wildcats may have held him to 2 yards, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. So they brought out 44, Tate Arbregan. And he's, they do have the years on here, Julie. Number 0 is a junior.
Okay.
And number 44 is a junior. No, he's a sophomore. That big guy's a sophomore. 3rd down and 1. 0's got it. And it's going to be right there. I think he's going to pick it up. Yeah, he just picks it up. So they get the ball to the 30 of the Wildcats. 1st and 10. Minute 20 seconds. Now, Shelbyville is their first down of the game.
So the ball's on the Wildcat 30-yard line. Now we're down to a minute left to play in the first quarter. Waskom up 7-0.
They move out 3 receivers on the left side. Calls for the snap. Looks back. He throws a quick screen to 0. He has to jump a little bit. Aiden's there, and then he's actually tackled by number 10, Joe Irvin. Joe's looking really good on the tackles tonight. Good job by the defensive line and the linebacker, Joe Irving. 38 seconds, clock's ticking down.
Lost 2 yards on that play, be 2nd down and 12.
And they will have to run a play. Play clock is under the game clock. Wish we could get us a turnover, a pick 6 or something.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. McDonald's, the coaches are way out on the numbers. Look over there. They need to get off the field. They're going to move their trips to the right side. Halfback's on his right side. I bet he rolls right. He's going to pull it down and go try to run, and the defensive line gets him. J.D. Stevens and Landon Nolan. J.D. is the first man there. Great job, J.D. That's the end of the first quarter, folks. Your Wildcats are up 7-0. This is going to be a good game tonight. Stay with us. We'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus of the Manus Law Firm in Waskom. I'm proud to support our hometown team, and I hope you'll join me in rooting for the Wildcats to have another great season. If you've been injured in an accident as the result of someone else's negligence, your top priority should be healing physically and emotionally, not struggling financially. Since 2004, we've helped hundreds of East Texans receive full compensation for their injuries. Call us today at 903-407-8455. Visit us on the web at joshmanus.com.
This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. I love to coach. I've coached. When I see kids that I coached in 5th, 6th, 7-year-old flag football, basketball, baseball, when you see these kids get into high school and they're playing varsity sports and they're flourishing, and then they graduate, and then, you just see them around town, you see them at Walmart, and they come up, man, they give you a hug, and they tell you what's going on with their lives. That's the real reward. This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall.
All right, back here at Jimmy Eacock Stadium, getting ready to start the second quarter. The ball now is at the Wildcat 33-yard line. They had it, I think, at the 29 or the 30. Wildcats have stopped them for a loss on a couple of plays.
Third down and 13.
Third down and 13. That's a good position for the Wildcats. The field's a little shorter. Let's see if we can stop them here. They're probably going to go 2 downs here where the ball is at unless they get a big stop for a loss here. 12 minutes starting the second quarter. 7-0, your Wildcats are up. McDonald calls for the snap. He rolls left. Oh, man, the screen guy was wide open. So they counter screen and no one was there. Picks up the first down. A big misread by the Wildcat defense. And that's going to have, no, they stopped him. Maddox Ducote stopped him.
But right before the first down?
Yes, so it's 4th and 1.
4th and 1.
So the Wildcats have an opportunity to stop them here.
Oh,
good job by Maddox Ducote because everybody was going left because the quarterback, he hit it left and did a quick spin and threw it back to
play.
Yeah, it was a good play. Oh. They call a timeout. Waskom's going to call a timeout. With a 4th and 1, 11 minutes, 50 seconds, 7-0. We'll stay here in the timeout.
4th and 1 on the Wildcat 21-yard line.
Yeah, so the Wildcats want to get a stop here. I'm not sure. We'll have to see Wildcats get some penetration like they've been doing early on us to get the quarterback before he even gets, set up for the play. But
those two plays for Shelbyville, they got back to our quarterback really quick, those last two possessions.
Yeah, so if you're at home watching, you may watch down there in the gap. So, look, McGill come down to, there must be something wrong with their headsets because McGill, one of the coaches, come out of the press box. I know they try to use those new digital pads, but a lot of times the information don't come down, so they're doing it the old school way.
They're having a little trouble. We were having a little audio trouble early on, too, in our broadcast. You never know with technology.
So the Wildcats coming out of their timeout, looking to hold the Dragons here. The Dragons going to send 2 receivers over on the Wildcat side. Has a tight end up on the line on the right side. His halfback's on his right side. In the shotgun, Wildcats are blitzing. And we got there. Made him throw it earlier than he wanted to. And the Wildcats take over. McDonald looked very uncomfortable. I think that blitz really shook him up because I think he had the opportunity to do something there. Unless there was a flag. Was there a flag? Or does he play defense? Gavin McDonald, number 1 for he throws attempted pass to the right into the turf. The Wildcats take over first and 10. A great job. Look there by the Wildcat defense.
That's 4th and 1. That's tough to hold right there.
When you've been going against the spread and last year, that J.J. Barnes, it was hard to keep him.
It was DJ. We were calling him J.J. earlier, but I did see it was DJ.
Well, we like to call him J.J. Barnes because we have a J.J. Barnes.
We have a J.J. Barnes at Waskom, so that is why.
Yeah, he's an 8th grade J.J. Barnes. So the Wildcats getting set on offense. Chris Hernandez in a tight flex bone formation. Motion left. He's going to pitch it to the motion man. Oh, and the block. He picks up a couple, but if someone could have held that block on that end, he would have got a few more. But that's
Davion Beffin.
Yeah, Davion Beffin on the pickup of 2.
Look like more, but
yeah, it's either 2
or 3, maybe 3.
The Wildcats looking over here on the sidelines. That was a very good stand by the Wildcats. I really was uncomfortable with Shelbyville so deep in our
oh, yeah, 4th and 1 from where they were was making me nervous.
They were just right there at the red zone. Wildcats had 2 receivers over right. Chris under center. Motion right, Joe Irvin. He's going to give it to Nate. And Nate and the gang are going to move the ball as well.
Good job.
So Bubba and Nate both bring a lot to that B-back position. It's going to make it a very manageable No, he picked it up. That's first down.
All right.
Tank Espy.
Tank.
Here, and we got the clock is at 10:45. Wildcats scored quick, and that's where we've been here, 7-0. It's been a defensive battle.
Nate the Tank. We can call Bubba Mini Tank.
We got to come up with something for Bubba. Yeah. Got two receivers right. Chris is now under center. We have no motion. He's looking to pass it. Oh, it's a quick pitch.
Whoa.
Hits the turf.
Oh, no.
Get on it. Oh, he didn't get on it.
Oh, man.
That's terrible. Terrible.
That was bad.
That's a terrible. The play didn't even look good.
No,
I didn't like that.
That just busted up, and he just kept trying to get it and kept missing it and bobbling it, and that just went from having all the momentum to giving that momentum right back to Shelbyville, and some great field position for Shelbyville.
Do you see where it's spotted?
Let's see where they're going to spot the ball. Is it the 14?
Yeah.
So Shelbyville's getting the ball on the Wildcat 14-yard line, folks. We got 10 minutes, 17 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Waskom up 7-0. Just a bad fumble, and
McDonald's in the shotgun. He's got two receivers right. He's going to give it to his back. Goes up the middle. The Wildcats are going to come in and stop him after gain of 2.
And a helmet.
Yeah.
Off
He has
there.
the running back. 0 lost his helmet. Ronnie Williams.
He'll come out for a play.
We have second down and 8. So Shelbyville, they're looking to pound it up the middle here to start down here in the red zone. First time for him in the red zone.
So that 44 will come back in for him.
Yeah, 9 minutes, 57 seconds, clock's ticking. 7-0, Wildcats trying to hang on to this lead here in the first half. Two receivers out wide right. He's got that 44 on the right side of him. McDonald calls for the snap. And he gets a quick screen over here to 7, and the Wildcats get over here. And that's Joe Irvin on the tackle, number 10. I think he may have picked up 1. Brings up a third down. Here comes Maddox Ducote in, number 11.
So bring up 3rd and 6. See if Wildcats can hold.
9 minutes, 19 seconds. Shelbyville, they're trying to figure out what they're going to do here. They're going through all the plays.
If you're watching online, you can see the kids in school down here with the O-line in their chairs and the board.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a time. They're gonna call a timeout, so we'll take that timeout too. We'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
All right, we're back here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium. Your Waskom Wildcats are holding on to a 7-0 lead, but the Shelbyville Dragons are threatening to score. But the Wildcats done a good job on first and second down and brings up a 3rd and 6, and the ball is on the 10-yard line. So definitely don't want to give them 4 more downs in this red zone. We either have to hold them or they have an opportunity to get a first down, but if they do not score, and they come out of that timeout, they weren't sure what to do. They got 2 receivers left now, 1 right, tight end on the right side, and halfback's on his right side. He's motioning that 1 receiver underneath, and he calls for the snap, gives it to 0, and he's going to go up the middle. And he just barrels up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down. It's exactly what I didn't want him to do. So it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 3. 8 minutes, 42 seconds, 7-0. Waskom's holding on to the lead here.
Man, defense has been so good tonight, but this is tough right here.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to do the same thing here because 0 is running harder the closer he gets to that goal line. 2 receivers left, 1 right, 0's on the left side. Calls for a snap, gives it right to him, just like I said, same thing.
Oh, and
exact
he's
same
in
thing.
for a Shelbyville touchdown.
Yeah, I knew exactly what he was going to do. 0 is in for the score. Ronnie Williams. They'll set up, see if they'll go for an extra point or extra 2 points. Clock stops at 8 minutes, 10 seconds. There's number 0 in for the score, a 2-yard touchdown run. And they'll set the kick. Can you see the number on the kicker?
He's turned side to the side. I can't see it right now.
So Shelbyville is set to kick the extra point. Number 7's the holder, Scarborough. And he's successful on the kick. So it's 7-7. And that's number...
Maybe 17 that kicked.
Number 17, Edwin Vasquez.
So we got a tie ball game, folks, with 8 minutes, 10 seconds left to play till halftime. 7-7.
So the Wildcats will come out. This will be our first kickoff return.
Mm-hmm.
First kickoff return by the Wildcats. They did win the toss. So they deferred to the second half. So that's good news for Wildcats. So we really want to move the ball here. Wildcats. I see some of the ones that have been going both ways, sitting down, trying to give them a breather while they can. And the Wildcats will come out here and get set to receive number 4, Davion Buffin. Is one of their deep return players, and number 3, his brother, Davion Buffin. So Jamal and Davion Buffin are back deep. And then the next level is number 8, Bryce Ducote, number 5, Julius Walsh, number 1, Jackson Hicks, and number 7, Bubba Jones. And they're going to kick it over to Buffin. Jamal, he's going to pick it up at the 10. He's at the 15. Not much there. I think he just got to the 15. No, he got to the 17.
We'll be back about where we had the ball before we fumbled.
Yeah. So the Wildcats are coming out on offense.
Let's see if we can pull it back together here.
How many seconds? We have 8 minutes and 3 seconds. Tie ball game, 7-7.
7-7.
Home opener.
I've been really encouraged, though, at how the defense has been able to hold Shelbyville to that 7 points. But
it's the same for their defense now.
Well, offense, yeah. I mean, we just got that was just a bad, you know.
It's just saying they've been able to hold us after that first play, so it's been pretty equal so far. We hope the Wildcats can, you know, this is similar to Garrison. We weren't able to hold it together in the second half, and so the Wildcats have to just play 4 quarters and see what happens at the last buzzer.
That was the tank on the carry. We picked up maybe a yard.
Bring up 2nd down and 9. The Wildcats have 2 receivers on the left side and 1 on the right side. They're going to pause, getting a play. 7 minutes, 32 seconds. 7-7, tie ball game here in Waskom, Texas. Under center, Chris Hernandez, motion left. And did he keep it? Yeah, he kept it. Gonna pick up a couple. Let's talk about number 5.
He tricked me, cause I thought.
Yeah, I thought the other guy had it.
Yeah.
Dallas Murray on the tackle. Bring up a 3rd down.
Didn't trick him. He knew where he was.
3rd down for the Wildcats. Was it 7 or 6?
6 minutes, 59 seconds left to play. Score 7-7. 3rd down and 6.
6 minutes, 48 seconds. Flex bone, under center, motion right. Gives it to the fullback. And he's going to be stopped after pickup of a couple.
Those plays were getting us quite a few yards, and now we're shutting us down.
4th down for the Wildcats. So that we will punt. Chris Hernandez will set it to punt. They'll run down some time. 6 minutes, 15 seconds. 23 seconds on the play clock. Wildcats are getting their special teams punt unit out there, 7-7. 14 seconds on the clock. And they'll get the snap. Good snap by the long snapper. But a really good punt this time by Chris. He's going to hit and roll to the 35, 36. That's a 10, 20, 30, 40, 54-yard punt by Chris Hernandez.
That's a good punt.
Now let's see our defense after that touchdown. See if they took any wind out of their sails, or they can come back here and get the ball back on downs and get a score before the half. 5 minutes, 52 seconds is where we're at before the end of the second quarter. 7-7, Waskom
I see
coming out
both
on defense.
bands coming out of the stands, getting ready. We'll bring you some halftime entertainment here in a little bit from Shelbyville and from Waskom.
So McDonald in the shotgun. He gives it to Zero, and Zero turns to go up the middle, and then he cuts back a little bit, and Wildcats hold him to a 1-yard gain. Maybe give him 2. They're going to spot it with a 3-yard gain, so they give him a good spot.
I never saw him got that far.
Yeah, I wasn't sure he got that far, but McDonald's looking to the sideline. They switched their formation up a little bit here. They moving that. They're going back to their set where they have 2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. They're moving that receiver in a tight slot. Calls for snap. McDonald rolls left back to that screen they did earlier, and we got a guy there and gets him. That was a really good Chris Hernandez. Saw it this time.
Saw that coming that time.
He missed it last time. Great tackle, open field tackle on number 4, Aiden Shields.
No gain on that play.
Brings up a 3rd down and 5. Wildcats tied 7-7. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Clock's moving. Now Shelbyville's got it. McDonald calls for a snap. He's trying to draw us off. So Wildcats doing a good job watching the ball. He's got a receiver on the left, 1 in tight on the left, 1 out on the right, and he's looking left. Now he got a mini screen there, and now missed the tackle, and he's way down the field. That just busted out a big one for the Shelbyville Dragons. They'll be into Wildcat territory.
That quarterback, he was watching. We were coming up on him, and he waited, let the guy come up on him, and he threw that at the perfect time. It was a good play.
Shelbyville will be at the Wildcat 26-yard line, or the Wildcats 1st and 10. In the shotgun, McDonald's got his team set. It calls for snap, motion a receiver underneath, and he gives it to him on a sweep left, and he gets around the edge and picks up about 7. Bring up a 2nd down and 3 for the Dragons.
Shelbyville made some good adjustments, their offense, because I can tell the difference.
Yeah, when they have changed their formation, they're moving a couple guys in tight. One's in a blocking back position on the left side, and the halfback's on the left side. 2 receivers right, 1 left. That blocking back comes across the lead, and a good tackle there by 22, Nate Espy. Stopped him for no gain. Yeah, you're right there giving them some different looks, and it's been effective. See if the Wildcats can make some adjustments. 3 minutes, 44 seconds. Clock's ticking down. That music's loud, huh? 7-7 here in Waskom. Number 1's getting his team set. He's in the shotgun. Williams on his right side. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Motion in that 1 receiver, the slide underneath. Gives it to Williams on a counter left, and he breaks a tackle. And going to be right at the 1st down. He's going to pick up first down.
That music's coming from that new scoreboard. Well, we had that a year or 2 years now.
I think it's the 3rd year.
3rd year, and has some video, a small video screen, but it has some audio, and it's loud here in the stadium.
So the ball's at 14 of the Wildcats, 1st and 10 Dragons. 2 receivers left, 1 right. They got that blocking back on the left with the halfback on the left. Now the goes out of a screen. Good coverage by the Wildcats. Nate Espy on the tackle.
You should be watching for that because they definitely use that screenplay. The fans must be getting a little rowdy because the press box is shaking.
Oh, somebody, I was wondering if there was people coming up, but you're right, it's shaking a little bit. So there's
a timeout on the field. Yeah. We got 2 minutes, 30 seconds left till halftime. Score still tied 7-7, but Shelbyville is in Wildcat territory and on the 13-yard line. So Waskom really want to hold them out and not let them go in ahead at halftime for sure.
If you noticed, Joe, that there's just no signal, no team call timeout, but it looked like
there was a player down.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. Was it on our side?
It was on their side.
Okay. So we have the ball's on the 13 now.
Now Shelbyville's going to call a timeout.
Now they're getting their timeout, huh? 7-7, 2 minutes 30 seconds. We'll take a quick timeout too and be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
Back here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium, Waskom, Texas. Your Wildcats are tied with the Shelbyville Dragons 7-7, and the Dragons are threatening here with the ball on the 13-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Out of the timeout. McDonald is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. He's got his halfback on his left side. He's motioning that slot across in front of him, going right. Gives it to 0, off tackle, and he cuts back up the middle.
When he broke free.
He got a 1st down. Man, he just took off. He cut right up off tackle and cut back up the middle. And he's quick.
And we had a player's helmet come off, so we're going to have to switch him out for a position.
DJ Stevens coming in for that interior defensive line. So the Dragons are threatening here with a 1st and goal.
I almost want to just let them score so we have some time to go down and try to score ourselves before we go back to halftime.
We could sure use a fumble right now by the Shelbyville.
Oh, boy,
Dragons.
wouldn't that be awesome?
So the Wildcats going to call a timeout. And with the 2 minutes left, they're calling a timeout because they're...
Did Waskom call timeout, or is it just the 2-minute warning?
I don't think we do 2-minute timeouts.
Do we not do it?
No. But they didn't take the timeout off, though, of the Wildcats.
I think maybe it's a 2-minute warning thing.
I don't think
we do.
No, I've never seen the 2-minute thing in high school.
Yeah, maybe we don't.
Well, they did something, and I didn't see the timeout come off, but the guy on the play clock may not have charged it out yet. We're going to remain right here. We're getting so close to the half. We'll have some halftime entertainment and then some more words from our sponsors. Wildcats holding on to a tie ball game. They scored quick in first, and then Shelbyville's methodically gotten down the field and scored.
Joaquin's up 24-0 over Tenaha with 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
All right, teams are coming back on the field. The ball's at the 1-yard line, 1st and goal.
We got Thursday night football tonight in the NFL. Green Bay's up 7-0 over Washington. They're still in the first quarter.
So Shelbyville comes out in a tight formation, no receivers out wide. Halfback's on the right side. They're still in the shotgun. He's going to run off tackle left, and he got in 0. His helmet came off again, but it doesn't matter.
So we got 1 minute and 55 seconds left to play.
Williams, number 0, is in for the score. 13-7, they go up over the Wildcats. And they do have a kicker, so they're going to set up to kick. Number 17, Edwin Vasquez, will be the kicker. Number 7 for the Dragons, Bryant Scarborough, is the holder. Wildcats getting their special team switches out there a little late. Now the holder calls for the snap. It's down, and it is successful.
No good.
Oh, it went out wide?
Yeah, it went out wide. It's no good.
That's good news.
Yeah.
13-7.
13-7. Waskom has just under 2 minutes left to see if they can put some more points on the board before halftime.
So, looks like the band, as you mentioned, they're getting ready. They have a lot of props. There's a lot of stuff they have to bring out for their event they put performance they put on for the fans here at Jimmy Eacock Stadium.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. It's got pictures of the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were way up the top of Hemp Hill's press box, so we didn't have a very good view last week.
Yeah, that was high up in the air, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Had me a little nervous way up high, and that thing starts shaking. But at least we had walls around us. We have been on top of press boxes with no railing.
Yep. So Davion Buffin, number 3, is on the left, and Jamal Buffin, number 4, is on the right, set to receive the kickoff. It's going to Jamal, and it's not going to make it to the end zone. It's stopped at the 4. He's got to pick it up, and he does. And he gets back to about the 10. He thought it was going to go in the end zone, but it didn't. So the Wildcats, they have a long way to go here. Under 2 minutes, ball's at the 10-yard line.
That's a lot of yards to get in under 2 minutes, but you know, we can do it.
Yeah. 1 minute 47 seconds is the time.
Hey, we believe.
The Dragons are already on the field. Here come the Wildcats. They're bringing the offense out.
Let's see what we got.
Receivers, so they'll be in the flex bone.
We need to dial up something good.
Chris is under center. No motion. They're jumping right on it. Stops us right in them. Right
they sure are quick.
Yeah, no gain for the Wildcats.
Our line needs to be tough. Got to get strong.
Bubba's going to come in. Number 7 for the B-back position. In the flex bone, Chris Hernandez under center. Going to give it to Joe on this left side. No, Montez. And Montez is running. He's 20,
right.
30. Come on, Montez. 40. Come on, Montez. 50. Keep going, Montez. Just keep going. Good. 30. It's a 30 spring here. Great run by Montez. Oh, he done got it. I hope he just got a cramp.
I hope it is. He was so fast, I lost him.
Yeah, good run. He didn't hold back there. He looked really good there. It's always tough when you're running full speed and somebody's coming at an angle at you.
I couldn't keep up with the camera. He was so quick.
The ball's at the 31. I think he just got it jammed on the tackle because he was trying to way he hit out of bounds. But it was a great opportunity for the Wildcats with 1 minute and 6 seconds under center Chris Hernandez.
Okay.
Motion right, Joe Irvin. We'll give it to Joe. He evades the defensive line. He gets behind a block, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Oh, he was still going.
Good run by Joe Irvin. Now the Wildcats are starting to
come alive
here on offense because it was so easy there at the beginning because Shelbyville, when they ran that touchdown, they were on their heels, and now it's a game, folks. 7-13, Shelbyville's up. The Wildcats are looking to score before the half. They're in the flex bone under center. Nate Espy's back out there. Motion left. They give it to the motion man, and he's going to get blown up. No, he breaks loose.
Broke free.
But there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go.
Bless his heart.
You just got to stay up around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
The Wildcats are going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
East Texas Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Texas Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Texas Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus of the Manus Law Firm in Waskom. I'm proud to support our hometown team, and I hope you'll join me in rooting for the Wildcats to have another great season. If you've been injured in an accident as the result of someone else's negligence, your top priority should be healing physically and emotionally, not struggling financially. Since 2004, we've helped hundreds of East Texans receive full compensation for their injuries. Call us today at 903-407-8455.
All right, back here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium. Wildcats had a big loss on the play, but they're second down. Still in pretty good position. Ball's at the 31 of the Dragons. Tight formation, under center. Chris Hernandez gets motion right, and he's going to roll left. He's got to beat this guy. He's going to throw it. He's got a guy. Oh, touchdown Wildcats! Way to hang in there, Chris Hernandez. He beat the rush. Got set and threw it on the run. Is that Julius? No, that's Davion Buffin. Number 3 here, Davion Buffin. A 31-yard pass from Hernandez to Davion Buffin.
That was awesome. He was wide open, too.
Well, it's because of Chris being able to keep that play extended.
Yeah.
And then he was.
Yeah,
I was just glad Chris could get the ball there after.
How much was that, Michael?
31 yard.
Yeah, he eluded that guy that was right on his tail. Now let's see if we can get this extra point.
Chris Hernandez set for the extra point. Snaps down, the kick is up, and Chris has got ice running through his veins. Great job, Chris Hernandez, on both sides of the ball. And
Waskom up by a point, 14-13, 26 seconds left to play till halftime. We got a ball game, folks.
The whole Waskom Wildcat offense, way to keep your poise after a blown play to get that score. Now we got 26 seconds to hold the lead here at the half, and I can tell both teams, they're both battling, and you can see all of them are wanting those rest periods to get an extra win, get that blood flowing for the next play. We got the Wildcats so we got I think we got a coach talking to the coach box, and but I think he's talking to the coach box, and he looks like he's talking to us in the press box. And so 26 seconds, 14-13. Wildcats go up over the Dragons.
Got the lights on, and it's getting dark.
Hernandez, what happened?
I don't know. I heard a whistle, but I don't know what it was.
Get him there. There's good return.
Good return for Shelbyville.
Got back to the 40. 17 seconds left. So the defense has to come out here and didn't give up something quick. 17 seconds, folks, left in the half. Wildcats just went up by 1, 14-13. It's been back and forth, defensively and offensively. Battle here with the Shelbyville Dragons.
We've seen some great defense, and we've seen some great offense by both teams.
McDonald has his team on the field. He's checking the play. He's going to move Williams to his right side. Two receivers left, one right. Calls for the snap. And he's going to do that spin back to that screen. And the Wildcats, they're on that spin play now. And that's good. It's going to keep that clock moving unless they call a timeout.
Yep. I think that's going to take us to halftime, folks.
That's good. So the Wildcats go into end zone up by 1. And I know that gives the Wildcats a boost there because they were in control there until the second quarter. Shelbyville kind of took over, and the Wildcats came back and got the second quarter as
Waskom
well.
gets the ball first when we come back out, right?
Yeah, they get the ball first. Hey, I like the way they're doing this too. You know, now they send the opposing team back over here and over here. They may have always done that. We just may not have noticed. I haven't been watching. But folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and pick up some of the halftime show. We'll turn it over to our sponsors for a little bit.
Visit us on the web at joshmanus.com.
This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. I love to coach. I've coached. When I see kids that I coached in 5th, 6th, 7-year-old, flag football, basketball, baseball, when you see these kids get into high school and they're playing varsity sports and they're flourishing, and then they graduate, and then, you just see them around town. You see them at Walmart, and they come up, man, they give you a hug, and they tell you what's going on with their lives. That's the real reward. This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. It sounds so cliche, but our children are the future, and if we can invest in activities for children, then that's only going to make them better quality candidates when they get into the workforce. It's going to teach them the lessons that athletics, that music, that theater, that fine arts, all these things teach kids that there's a reward for doing your best. There's a reward for putting in hard work.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five-Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Texas Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Texas Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Texas Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus of the Manus Law Firm in Waskom. I'm proud to support our hometown team, and I hope you'll join me in rooting for the Wildcats to have another great season. If you've been injured in an accident as the result of someone else's negligence, your top priority should be healing physically and emotionally, not struggling financially. Since 2004, we've helped hundreds of East Texans receive full compensation for their injuries. Call us today at 903-407-8455. Visit.
All right, back here at Jimmy Eacock Stadium, the Shelbyville Dragon band is out on the field. We'll go out to the field and pick up a little bit of their performance. Some of the Shelbyville band out there. They're probably going to do another performance there. The Wildcats getting set. Band's getting set. We'll be back as soon as the Wildcats come back out, or the Wildcat band.
This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. I love to coach. I've coached. When I see kids that I coached in 5th, 6th, 7-year-old, flag football, basketball, baseball, when you see these kids get into high school and they're playing varsity sports and they're flourishing, and then they graduate, and then, you just see them around town. You see them at Walmart, and they come up, man, and they give you a hug, and they tell you what's going on with their lives. That's the real reward. This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. It sounds so cliche, but our children are the future, and if we can invest in activities for children, then that's only going to make them, better quality candidates when they get into the workforce. It's going to teach them the lessons that athletics, that music, that theater, that fine arts, all these things teach kids that there's a reward for doing your best. There's a reward for putting in hard work.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five-Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
All right, back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium, bringing you all the Waskom Wildcat football action. 103.9 KMHT, the sports beat of East Texas. Folks, we're here, the home opener for the Waskom Wildcats, and they're hosting the Shelbyville Dragons. Last year, it was a shootout. They ended up the Wildcats fell to the Dragons 54-48 last year. We're going to give you a recap of the first half. We're here at halftime, about 20 minutes remaining in the halftime festivities. Started the first quarter. The Wildcats, they won the toss, so they deferred to the second half, which is good here for what we're going to go through here and see where we're at here at the half. Shelbyville come out. The Wildcats stopped them on downs. They punted. On the first play of the game, 10 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first quarter, Chris Hernandez on that triple option kept the ball and went 57 yards into the end zone. Then he is the kicker as well and was successful on the extra point attempt. The Wildcats went up 7-0 just under, it was a minute and 17 seconds into the game. Then we got to the second quarter and it was back and forth the rest of that first quarter. 8 minutes and 10 seconds into the second quarter, or remaining in the second quarter, Shelbyville got on the board with a run from number 0, Ronnie Williams. It was 2 yards out, so they moved the ball, and I think ultimately there the Wildcats had fumbled, and the Wildcats have had 2 fumbles tonight, and one set the Dragons up in the red zone, and they were able to capitalize on that 2-yard run. And their kicker, Vasquez, was successful on his extra point attempt, and it was tied 7-7. Then again, at 1 minute 55 seconds left in the half, Williams, number 0, again on a 1-yard run. So Williams scored both touchdowns for the Dragons. and Vasquez was unsuccessful on his kick, number 17. And with that, they went up 13-7 over your Waskom Wildcats. But folks, we had a minute and I believe 40-something seconds left. Wildcats had a big run by Montez Thompson, 23. He went, I believe the kick, we started at the 10 and he ran from the 10 to the 30. So that'd be 70, or was that 10? That's 40, 50, 60-yard run by Montez to set the Wildcats up in scoring position. But it wasn't then. It was on the next play. They had a messed up play, lost some yards. The ball went back to the 31. 26 seconds remaining in the half. Chris rolls out left, and they had the defensive end chasing him, and Chris had enough speed to outrun him, gain enough composure on the run, and throw a 31-yard pass to Davion Buffin, number 3, in the end zone. And that was brought the score 13-13, and Chris set up to kick the extra point, and Hernandez, number 6 for the Wildcats, was successful. And that's where we're at right now, folks. Your Wildcats went up 14-13 at the half in a very tough played first half between both teams, the defensive battle with some offensive highlights, and the Wildcats are up 14-13. And I'm very interested, I know you are as well if you're following us on KMHT on the radio dial, or if you're watching us on our YouTube, Waskom Football Live. I know you're very interested to see who will come out in the second half and pick up the momentum and be able to come out victorious in this matchup. It's a non-district matchup. Both are in the same ranking. I know last year Shelbyville went on to the playoffs as the Wildcats, but they didn't face each other in the playoffs. They didn't match up there. So this is their second matchup of Coach Lawson's tenure here, second-year head coach, AD for the Waskom Wildcats, and he's from Joaquin, so he's played Shelbyville quite a bit because they've been in their district many a times. And so the second time for Lawson here at the Wildcats, he's looking to for his record between the Dragons and Waskom to be 1-1, but there's a lot of work to get to that point. So we have the Waskom band getting set to come out, but right now we have the Waskom Bells, and I'm going to see if we can go out there and pick up some of their performance. All right, not sure if our audio is able to pick up that music on the outside. We're on the inside of the press box. but you were able to see the performance if you weren't able to hear it.
She said they could hear people talking.
Yeah, our mic's set up there, and I think some of these fans have found our mic, and they're trying to get right up under the mic. And if you can imagine it, they're very young fans. So I apologize for that. But it does look like the Wildcat band is now getting set to come out. And you'll be able to see it. You probably won't be able to hear it. So we'll have that up on the video. We'll go back to our sponsor. We got 13 minutes left before we get back out to the Wildcats get back out on the field. So we will take a break, and we'll be back here close to the kickoff of the second half.
In Waskom. I'm proud to support our hometown team, and I hope you'll join me in rooting for the Wildcats to have another great season. If you've been injured in an accident as the result of someone else's negligence, your top priority should be healing physically and emotionally, not struggling financially. Since 2004, we've helped hundreds of East Texans receive full compensation for their injuries. Call us today at 903-407-8455. Visit us on the web at joshmanus.com.
This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. I love to coach. I've coached. When I see kids that I coached in 5th, 6th, 7-year-old, flag football, basketball, baseball, and you see these kids get into high school and they're playing varsity sports and they're flourishing, and then they graduate, and then, you just see them around town. You see them at Walmart, and they come up, man, they give you a hug, and they tell you what's going on with their lives. That's the real reward. This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. It sounds so cliche, but our children are the future, and if we can invest in activities for children, then that's only going to make them, better quality candidates when they get into the workforce. It's going to teach them the lessons that athletics, that music, that theater, that fine arts, all these things teach kids that there's a reward for doing your best. There's a reward for putting in hard work.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
A little bit of your Waskom Wildcat band. As Julie mentioned, if you're up on the video, you can see murals or some
pictures of things around the community. I really like it. It's a cute show. We couldn't get the outside noise to pick up the announcer and the.
No, I'm running it through here.
When they were talking, they gave a little synopsis of the show being about small town USA and your community. I think they sing. I mean, they're playing a John Mellencamp song and Sweet Home Alabama and another song in the show, but I can't remember what it was. But it's all about small town, hometown feeling.
Okay.
Busy for the 50-50 wrap-up.
All right, a good performance by your Waskom Wildcat band. And they're bringing it down to just under 8 minutes before the half ends. And the Shelbyville Dragons are coming back out.
I'm going to blow that dragon back up.
Yeah, that's a huge dragon. Wildcats, look, we already have our tunnel up. Coaches are back out. And the players, I haven't seen the players yet, right? Those are the coaches up in the booth.
I want to give a shout out to all our sponsors, KMHT, the Sports Beat of East Texas, and the sponsors that allow us to bring you these Waskom games. When we're at home, we can plug in here to our Ethernet in the booth, so we always will be able to live stream.
Yes, so thanks to Waskom ISD for having the Ethernet set up for us.
East Tex telephone for providing that service for us here at home, so we can always bring you these games, especially to our alumni and our fans that just can't make it out to the ball games anymore.
And there's many that don't live around here anymore.
Right.
Yeah. And
if you'd like to be a touchdown sponsor or a first down sponsor for the Wildcats, we will say your name plenty on the air. So call KMHT if your business would like to get some attention, some advertising. We'd love to have you be a Wildcat touchdown or Wildcat first down sponsor.
All right, so the Shelbyville Dragons are warming up. I don't see the Wildcats. I think I start seeing them come out now. And we're getting close to the second half. We're going to go back to our sponsors, and then we'll be right back in about 5 minutes with the opening kickoff of the second half here in Waskom, Texas.
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus of the Manus Law Firm in Waskom. I'm proud to support our hometown team, and I hope you'll join me in rooting for the Wildcats to have another great season. If you've been injured in an accident as the result of someone else's negligence, your top priority should be healing physically and emotionally, not struggling financially. Since 2004, we've helped hundreds of East Texans receive full compensation for their injuries. Call us today at 903-407-8455. Visit us on the web at joshmanus.com.
This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. I love to coach. I've coached. When I see kids that I coached in 5th, 6th, 7-year-old, flag football, basketball, baseball, and you see these kids get into high school and they're playing varsity sports and they're flourishing, and then they graduate, and then, you just see them around town. You see them at Walmart, and they come up, man, they give you a hug, and they tell you what's going on with their lives. That's the real reward. This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. It sounds so cliche, but our children are the future, and if we can invest in activities for children, then that's only going to make them, better quality candidates when they get into the workforce. It's going to teach them the lessons that athletics, that music, that theater, that fine arts, all these things teach kids that there's a reward for doing your best. There's a reward for putting in hard work.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Texas Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Texas Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Texas Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus of the Manus Law Firm in Waskom. I'm proud to support our hometown team, and I hope you'll join me in rooting for the Wildcats to have another great season. If you've been injured in an accident as the result of someone else's negligence, your top priority should be healing physically and emotionally, not struggling financially. Since 2004, we've helped hundreds of East Texans receive full compensation for their injuries. Call us today at 903-407-8455. Visit us on the web at joshmanus.com.
All right, we're back here live, Waskom, Texas, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. 2 minutes left, and the Shelbyville Dragons are already out on the field, and the Wildcats are in their tunnel.
The Wildcats announced if you wanted to come down for a spirit line, they're going to have a spirit line. So they got the band and all the cheer and the flags and everybody down there to form a spirit line.
Yeah, they already got the Dragon down, so the Dragon's up and down, the Shelbyville's on the field, Wildcats waiting for their spirit line.
Well, they said to announce that, but I thought that I saw where it said all the gates to the field would be locked, so I don't know how people could get down there.
Well, that looks like students that were in the band, right? Mm-hmm. So here come the Waskom Wildcats back on the field. We're getting set here for the second half kickoff. The Wildcats will receive. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. Wildcats holding on to a 1-point lead, 14-13. We went over the recap there during the half. We'll see if the Wildcats can get their offense run a little smoother. You know, we had that first play that was really quick, and then that last drive was a little, smoother. But between those two times, the Wildcats had a difficult time with the Shelbyville Dragon defense. But Shelbyville's had a tough time with the Waskom Wildcat defense, so both defenses made it difficult for the offenses to do what they have. I know, like we mentioned at Shelbyville, they put up 40-something points with New Boston and about the same amount of points with Troop.
The only other Thursday night game that we're following tonight is the Joaquin Tenaha game. They're at halftime, and Joaquin is up 32-0. I know Tenaha must be really down this year. I know they've had a hard time.
I think they're doing a moment of silence.
Thank you.
And that was the silence for the
all the
tragic stuff.
All the tragedies. Been several tragedies. A lot of tragedy this week
around the United States, and so the Wildcat Stadium and fans from Shelbyville and the players, they all gave a moment of silence for that, and so that's a good.
I saw where I know the Major League Baseball, they were doing that before their games last night and tonight.
Yeah. So Vasquez is set to kick off to the Wildcats, number 17 for the Shelbyville Dragons. Jamal Buffin and Davion Buffin, 4 and 3, are back deep at the 10. Vasquez is going to kick it back over to the right side to Jamal. Jamal's going to field it at the 17. He's coming back and he's going to go up the field and get to about the 27-yard line. And the Wildcats take over 1st and 10. And that 14-13, the Wildcats are up by 1 point start in the second half. They're over here on the numbers getting some last second instructions from their coaches. 11 minutes, 53 seconds. We'll see if there's any changes. Like the offensive line is the same starters. The receivers are the same. Your backs will be Joe Irvin, number 10 on the left, and Montez on the right, 23, 22, Tank Espy in the fullback position. They give it to, man, that D-line, it is hard for any yards right there coming up out of that B-back position, pickup of 1 for the Wildcats. We struggled against Garrison there, too. Not much for Hemphill. All the B-backs, we had 4 different runners last week, and they were very successful coming up the middle, but not against this Dragon defense. Chris keeps it that time, breaks a few tackles, and it looks like he pulled him down by his helmet. First down, Waskom, good run by Chris Hernandez.
That's a first down.
He got to the Wildcat 44-yard line.
First and 10, Waskom. Again, that score, Waskom 14, Shelbyville 13. Tight game here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium.
Under center, Chris Hernandez. Motion right. Irving gives it to Nate. A better movement there. Coming off tackle on the right side. Pickup of 4 for Espy. Second down and 6 for the Wildcats. They're getting set a little bit faster. They will pause to get their play call. They're in the flex bone. Receivers out wide.
48-yard line.
14-13 Wildcats.
Shelbyville traveled well tonight. You can see their stands over there.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
crowd on a Thursday night.
Motion left, Montez Thompson. Montez breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, picks up 3.
How far is Shelbyville, Michael?
It's just below center, so what do you say? It's probably 68 miles from here, maybe?
That's a good little drive on a Thursday night. Shelbyville had a good run last year. I'm sure they're looking for another good run this year. So,
Yep, the Wildcats have 3rd and 4 at the 50-yard line. 2 receivers on the right side. Now they're going to get him back over here in tight. We're in a tight flex bone formation. Motion right, Joe Irvin. And Chris is going to keep it and pick up the first down and be at the Shelbyville 39.
Great pickup of yards on that play. I think they'll mark the ball at the 40. First down and into Shelbyville Dragon territory for the Wildcats. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
First and 10 at the 40. Wildcats now have the receivers over on the left. They'll have trips left, moving the slot out here on the left side. No motion. They're going to pitch it to Nate. B-back, toss left.
There goes the Tank.
Yeah, but somebody came in low, caught those ankles, hurt his hand.
Just tripped him up there.
Yeah, 27.
Good run, good pickup of yards.
Yeah, 27, I thought I saw him, but he's not on their roster. That is 27 right there. Remember, that's who was in that play earlier, and I was trying to get the number, but they don't have 27. Doing a good job for the Dragons tonight. His name's not on the roster. So Wildcats get set with a second down and a long 4. I think they're calling it, 4. Flex bone, motion left. Chris keeps it again, and he's going to, evade a tackle. Get out of bounds, Chris. And Chris doesn't. Good job on the run by Hernandez. Picks up another first down.
Some good moves there.
Yeah.
He evaded some tackles.
So Hernandez getting the play call. Wildcats back set on the field. They all turn to the sidelines. 8 minutes now. Clock's clicking.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
14-13, the Wildcats holding on to that 1-point lead.
Chris giving a word to his team there on the line.
Motion right, Joe Irving. Oh, that's that blow-up play there. I don't know what happens there.
I don't know what that is, but it blew up again. So loss of yards on that play.
72, just right on top of Chris. Eli Matthews lost 3 on the play.
Bring up second down and 13 for Waskom. got to work on that one at practice.
Let's see what the Wildcats do here in the second down and long. This is about where they were when they threw that touchdown pass before the half. Under center. Oh, we moved.
Did we move or did they move?
We moved and they moved.
Okay.
So the Wildcats were smooth up until these last two plays.
We had some trouble with that
7 minutes, 11 seconds, 14
in the
to
past,
13.
but we haven't had trouble with it tonight. So that's the first time we've had that false start.
Moves the Wildcats back to the 33-yard line. Yeah, I think that's the first false start for the
So we were second
Wildcats.
13, now we're second and 18.
Something didn't look right about that play at the
Yeah, I
get-go.
don't
The
know what it
formation looked different, so they may be, moving. Oh, we got a tight end in. That's what it is. Tight end on the left side, and Montez gets a good block by the tight end and Joe Oving.
Mm-hmm.
Or was that Nate Espy on the good block?
Yeah.
22.
Tank.
Yeah, blocking for Montez.
It was a good pickup. Not quite enough for the first down because we were already in a loss there, but
3rd and 7. So manageable here for the Wildcats with 2 downs to get their first. Wildcats have that tight end now on the left side and no receiver. So they moved Dakota into a tight end position in the 3-point stance. Oh, he tries to get it.
He dropped it.
Yeah, I know he's trying to pitch it and he shouldn't have pitched it.
are they going to say dropped? Is it going to be a
And it's a fumble.
fumble?
And he should have held on to it. He was trying to make something happen and he should have just ate that. I don't know how they're getting through there, but the Wildcats got to make an adjustment there. You got to change your blocking assignment.
There's something going on there because they're blowing that up.
Yeah, they're coming through those gaps, and so you got to take those guards, and they got to cover those inside gaps. But that was a fumble. I saw it. He was trying to make something happen, and that guy had a hold of him and caused a fumble.
It sure blew our momentum. I hope defense can turn this around quick.
McDonald has a big spread out there. He's going to
almost got him, but did
that's number
not.
2, I believe, in the Wildcat for him, Hunter Harvey. So they're trying something a little different, running quarterback sweep left with number 2. We'll be interested to see, because one's out there with them. So just a direct snap to number 2. Or he came across and he handed it off. It was so quick, but because number 2's out here in the slot on the right side, 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Halfbacks on his left side. They motion 2 up under, and that may be what they did last time. They just do a sweep with 2 again. They
And he got around that edge.
And got a first down. So one of their players' helmets come off. Looks like one of the linemen. He'll have to go out. 5 minutes, 57 seconds. Clock stops on the first down. Reset it once they spot it. 14 to 13. Shelbyville is at their 39-yard line. 1st and 10.
Here's some fans yelling the defense out there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
14 to 13. They are getting some substitutions in for the Shelbyville Dragons. Bringing in 44 to that halfback, in which he would be a true fullback. He's in the pistol. 0 gives it to him on the right side, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of 2. And we have Wildcat down. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. I love to coach. I've coached. When I see kids that I coached in 5th, 6th, 7-year-old, flag football, basketball, baseball, and you see these kids get into high school and they're playing varsity sports and they're flourishing, and then they graduate, and then you just see them around town. You see them at Walmart, and they come up, man, they give you a hug and they tell you what's going on with their lives. That's the real reward. This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. It sounds so cliche, but our children are the future, and if we can invest in activities for children, then that's only going to make them, better quality candidates when they get into the workforce. It's going to teach them the lessons that athletics, that music, that theater, that fine arts.
All right, back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. Joe Irving shaking up a little bit on that play. Shotgun, McDonald brings his receiver all the way back behind him to the left side. That guy moved over there, yep. So it's a false start by the receiver on the left side for the Dragons. Good call there by that official on the Dragon side of the field. Winding the clock, 5 minutes, 34 seconds. 14-13, Wildcats with a lead. Looks like Bubba Jones will come in for cornerback on the right side. Julius Walsh coming out. McDonald has two receivers on the left. No, Tripp's left. Halfback on the left side. He's looking left. He backs up 2 yards. And he's looking at that screen, that quarterback option, and the Wildcats are able to cover it all. That was a good defensive coverage and pursuit, and Aiden Corbett was the main Wildcat on the tackle. 57 for the Wildcats. It's like Jaden Minor, number 15, is in at linebacker, and now Maddox Ducote's coming out, and number 9, Wesley Dees coming in. The sub. So the Wildcats subbing some of those guys who played the whole first half, getting some fresh athletes out there. McDonald's in a tight formation, and he's rolling right. He's throwing back left. Oh, Dees was there. The pass was just too much on it for anybody. It's fortunate for the Wildcats because it was
bring up 4th down and 14.
Counter pass back to that left. We had coverage over there, but it was a dangerous looking play for the Wildcats.
4th down and 14 for Shelbyville with 4.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter.
Could be I'm just nervous for the Wildcats because, as Julie mentioned, they put them in a 4th down play. So good job by the Waskom Wildcat defense after the fumble. So the Wildcats had 3 fumbles so far in the game, and Shelbyville does not have any turnovers.
That's the most we've had, isn't it?
Well, I mean, this season.
Yeah.
We've had plenty.
No, this year. Most we've had in a game this year.
So it's a good punt by number 1, Gavin McDonald. He's the quarterback.
That's a real good punt.
Mm-hmm. And the Wildcats take over 1st and 10. Looks like the ball's going to be spotted at the 22-yard line of the Wildcats. So the Wildcats offense was moving the ball, and then we just made a bad decision there on that toss, but we had a couple of those in the first half, and that's what caused our fumbles in the first half too. 14-13, the Wildcats are holding on to that 1-point lead. Thought there was going to be more scoring by this time too.
Yeah, last year was so high scoring, when in the 50s and 40s.
Well, each time I think they scored back and forth.
I think we didn't have, neither team could stop the other team. It was all offense last year.
Uh-huh.
Tonight, it's been a real struggle on offense and defense.
Motion right. Oh, they're having trouble up there again. Getting the playoff, just getting out from under center. But Chris was able to pick up a yard.
So we got 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Wildcats up 14-13. 2nd and 8. They're on the ball on their own 24-yard line.
Chris getting his team set. They're in a tight formation. 1 receiver out wide right. Motion left. Looking to get around this edge. Montez is able to get out to the edge. He's at 30 of the 40. He's going to try to outrun this guy. 40, 30, and he's down to the 20 this time.
I can't believe he got around that edge.
Montez, he is, and we mentioned it against
and that was
their first game. Garrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really coming into his own.
But that was crazy. I mean,
to get around that corner because they had good coverage there on the edge. We have an injured Dragon down here on the bottom, and so the pickup was about pickup was about, how many is that, you think? 40 yards?
That's a good.
10, 20, 30, 40, maybe 50-yard run by Montez Thompson. Yeah, 50-yard run. And he's had a couple of those. It was a good job by the Wildcat offense, but I really didn't think Montez was going to get around that edge.
I know.
That was a good sign for your Waskom Wildcat fans because Montez Thompson is a sophomore.
Oh yeah, that's very exciting when you see a sophomore make a run like that. That was awesome.
He's got a good stride. He's a good runner. He's a natural runner.
He's who you commented the other night that he reminds you some of Kevin Johnson when he's running.
Yeah, he's a little bit. To me, he reminds me a little bit once he gets in the open. He's. But he also, right there, he kind of reminds you of Junebug a little bit. He's kind of probably in between the height of both of those guys. He's just a sophomore there.
You're a Waskom fan. That's two names you certainly know, Kevin and Junebug Johnson.
Chris Hernandez, under center. Montez comes out for this play. The ball's at the 20 of, and we're going to give it to Joe Irvin. He evades another. Oh, now he's out there on the edge. 10, 5, and Joe Irvin's going to get in, Julie.
That's a Wildcat touchdown.
And now the Wildcat running backs, they're just making it happen because these, and that's what they're, what did I do with your sheet? There you go. So with 3 minutes, 22 seconds, Joe Irvin, he's been nursing a pulled inside growing.
Don't tell anybody.
I know.
How many yards was that?
Did too late, I already did. It's a 20-yard run by Joe Irvin. And I like the way he looked there. Kind of like Montez, they're running with a purpose, and they're making the first guy miss.
Once they make that first guy miss,
Chris Hernandez's kick is
hard
successful.
To catch.
21-13.
Give a little bit of cushion to the Wildcats. Let's see if we can come back and hold Shelbyville.
Yeah, we want the defense. And we've watched the Wildcats. We were talking about in that Garrison game. The Wildcats were right in that game, and we had a couple of calls that the referees had that the Wildcats didn't agree with, and you just really saw the players kind of deflate. And I know Coach has been working on them, just staying focused, because if you get anywhere, we're just into the early part of the season. We're not even in district, folks, and if you get anywhere towards the end of the season and definitely in the playoffs, you got to have some resilience to your character and to your mindset, because games are going to get close, things are going to happen. You got to forget about the bad and build on the good and keep fighting forward. And the Wildcats, so far, they're hanging in here tonight with 3 minutes, 22 seconds in the third quarter. The Wildcats are up 21-13. And with 3 fumbles, you can't ask for any more right now to be in this position. And I'm just speaking for a Shelbyville Dragon fumble or interception. They got to have one out of the game. So when is it coming, Julie? 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Chris Hernandez set to kick off. The Dragons have 2 guys back at the 9. They're going to come up. It's going to hit at the 24, and the up man, number 7, picks it up. Bryant Scarborough. And gets a little return there. Puts the Shelbyville Dragons at the 36. They're at 36-yard line. Who you texting? Your co-workers, your buddies?
My buddies texting me.
Your old buddies.
Had to check it out there.
So here come the Waskom Wildcats. Their defense, 3 minutes, 14 seconds. 21-13. Now let's see if the defense can have another 3 and out.
Let's see what we got. 3 minutes, 14 seconds.
Looks like Dakota, SB are back in at linebackers. They hand off to number 0, and he
got up the middle.
Yeah, well, he does a few moves himself, but the Wildcats are able to contain him some. He picks up 5.
5, yeah. Bring up second 5 for Shelbyville.
And Irvin is the other linebacker.
I want to give a shout out to our clock and our scoreboard guys, because they keep on it.
Yeah, they keep it up there for us. When we travel, we always are trying to use the clock. I mean the the board, and a lot of folks are slow at posting the results.
Or have it wrong. And our guys, they're on it. They're quick, and it's right.
So McDonald motions guy under, but Zero is coming up the middle, and we're gonna have to dig in because they're gonna start feeding Zero, and he's running with a purpose.
He's doing good now. He had a hard time at the beginning of the game, and he wasn't really getting anywhere.
And you
but
notice
he's getting somewhere
he wasn't
now.
on the last few drives, so he may have.
He needed a breather, and he got
yeah,
it.
he's going back out again. Here comes 44. And they're into Wildcat territory at the 49.
Picked up a first down. With 2 minutes left in the third quarter, the score, Wildcats 21, Shelbyville 13.
So McDonald has two receivers out on the left side. They're on the left hash on their side of the field, so it's a tight side of the field. One out wide here on the Wildcat side. Motion's at number 2. And they give it to 44, and he's just going to go up the middle. He picks up 5.
He picked up 5, so they're making some moves.
Yeah, 44.
Getting some yards a little bit at a time, moving on down the field.
Yeah, our D-line, their offensive line is getting our D-line, so our linebackers are having to come up and tackle 0 and 44 a lot of the times, and they're both pretty good running backs for the Shelbyville Dragons.
Clock's ticking. We're under a minute and a half now in the third.
0's back in on the left side, Williams on the left side of McDonald. Two receivers right, one left. He gives it to McDonald, and the Wildcats get a hold of him, but he breaks
both the first tackle
for a few more yards. That brings up a third down.
3rd and 3.
Mm-hmm. You know, the way he runs, he will shift on the move. He looks. I'm just saying very, small, like how Barry Sanders would do.
They're switching that 0-44 now. Every other play looks like.
Yeah.
Keeping them
trying
fresh.
To keep them fresh. And 44, you know where he's going. So someone, JD, getting that A gap. He's on the left side. He's going to go on the right side A gap. When we're coming up in the A gaps, and there we are. See,
there we
Nate
go.
Espy, the tank knew it.
The tank knew it.
I had him on my headset. We got one of those AI helmets.
We need one of those. I was thinking that when you were talking to JD. I was thinking, you got a mic in his headset?
The tank Espy, the AI helmet. And then I sent him some of those signals through there. 15 seconds. That was a great play for the Wildcats.
Yeah, we'll bring up 4th down and 6.
Yeah, moved them back 3 or 4. So now they're really thinking about, do I punt? The Wildcats have been fumbling, and that's what they did here. When we fumbled, they punted down deep in the red zone, and we fumbled. But they're going to go to the 4th quarter and think about it.
Waskom up 21-13. We're heading in the 4th quarter here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium at Thursday Night Lights.
We'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
All these things teach kids that there's a reward for doing your best. There's a reward for putting in hard work.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Back here, Jimmy E. Cox Stadium, Waskom, Texas. Waskom is hosting the Shelbyville Dragons. They're up 21-13, start of the 4th quarter. It's been a good game overall. Wildcat fans, I know we certainly don't like the 3 turnovers.
No, don't like those fumbles. I got to get that situated.
Fortunately, your defense is playing well tonight.
Yes,
able to overcome those mistakes so far. But we need to eliminate them here in the 4th quarter. No more. 21-13. Shelbyville looks like they're going to potentially punt, but they're sitting in the pistol. They got one receiver going out wide right. They got 2 in tight on the left side.
When he punts, he's really close to the...
Yeah, he's only like at 5 yards, 6 yards.
He doesn't get way back. I don't know if that's because they're giving him the option to fake if he thinks they've got to play, or...
Yeah, so they have 44 in the pistol. McDonald's in that on the 50. The ball's at the 45, and they are going to go for it. He rolls back right, and he's wide open. Oh, and he drops it. We were kind of there. Chris was there maybe to make the tackle.
He was in his face, and in the quarterback. Well, we had somebody down here in the quarterback's face, and then
he was wide open.
He was wide open.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't catch it. I don't know who that was. I missed the number.
He wasn't.
Who was out there for the receiver?
I don't know. He wasn't past the first down, so.
No, you definitely going to have a defensive stop if he caught it. But he would have had 3 more yards to make. Mm-hmm. But we're talking about all kinds of stuff that doesn't matter now because
it didn't happen.
Turnover on downs.
Now we're in the fourth quarter.
We'll be at their 45-yard line. So good position on the scoreboard and on the field with the Wildcats just now, like we said, let's just...
Waskom up a touchdown, has a chance to add a little cushion to that. Let's see if we can hang on to the ball.
Yeah, we can take our time doing it in tight flex bone, so the receivers are in close. Chris is under center. Motion right, Joe Irving gives it to Nate Espy. And Nate is getting on the outside. He picks up 1 or 2. It's going to be run out of bounds by number 2, Hunter Harvey.
I thought he could have came straight up if he'd have made that first cut.
Yeah, so the Wildcats have a 2nd down and 9.
He just picked up a yard on that play. Let's see what we can do.
So the Wildcats are dialing in the play. Now they're in the true flex bone. The ball's on the right hash on the Wildcat side, so it's short side of the field here on the right side. Motion right. They're going to give it to Joe on the sweep. He evades the first tackle and gets a spin for a pickup about 7. So not a bad run to bring up a 3rd and...
He did a dive at the end of there and got a few more yards.
They're not giving where he jumped, though. Look, they're giving him a bad spot.
Yeah, because he wasn't down.
That's a bad spot.
His knees weren't down until he made that
So
jump.
that makes it a 3rd and 4, folks, based on the sideline judge opinion of that leap by Joe Irving.
Let's just keep going. Keep them moving in a forward motion.
So we're in the Dragons territory on the 49. Flex bone, Chris under center. Motion right, gives it to Nate. Nate's not going to get the first down. I bring up a 4th and 2 or 3. No, they just give us 1. They're giving them, giving us no forward progress on that. So the Wildcats punt. They punted last time we were in this position.
I don't think we should punt. I think we should go for it.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. Are they going to call timeout? Looks like they're going for it the way the team is responding. 4th down, 4th and 4, 10-30. The clock is ticking. Wildcats are up 21-13 with a 4th and 4. They're going to be in a tight formation. What do you call here? I think you give it to 23. Motion left, Montez Thompson. But they're going to roll for a pass. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Yep, they stopped him.
Yep.
They went for a pass, folks.
And that was not a good. I wouldn't have done that because that gave them even some more yards there. I didn't like that one.
Yeah, so Shelbyville takes over on downs. The clock stopped at 10 minutes, 8 seconds, 21-13.
As quick as they had been at getting in the backfield, I just didn't like that play on a 4th down call.
Yeah, on the 4th down. Yeah, well, we were on this right hash. I would have went with Montez on that left side just to see if we could do something like he'd done on a few plays prior. But here we go with the Shelbyville Dragons, 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 44.
Let's see what the defense can do.
He's got a spread, 2 receivers out wide on both sides, an empty set in the backfield. He calls for the snap. McDonald's looking right. Got plenty of time. Now he's going to move up. And, he gets a...
They got it.
Oh, that's flags. That's probably going to be on us, so it looks like.
So he did get the first down. The pass was complete, but let's see what the flag is.
Unless their guy knocked our guy down. I don't know. Let's see what happened over here. So Shelbyville had plenty of time there on that pass. He dropped back and
looks like it's going to be on us because...
Yeah, they're keeping the play spotted where he was down. So now they're at the Wildcat 30.
So they'll decline the penalty and take the first down.
Yep, and McDonald now has half back on his left side. He's going to roll back right. Two's going out for. He's getting a little rush.
And
then he's able.
Almost had him.
But don't get a flag there, bud. So that's it. Dang. So it's going to be unsportsmanlike on the Wildcats.
Just celebrated being able to stop the.
Well, it's a good play, but I mean, you got to quit doing that.
Yeah, you can't celebrate nothing. You got to just go on, get up, and go on, because we've had it happen to us now.
So 9 minutes, 31 seconds, 21-13, and we're not sure where the ball will be spotted. Yeah, so that that happened to us in Garrison.
And that negates your good play. Your good play now means nothing. So you gotta quit it. You're gonna you've put them in really good territory.
In the red zone down at the 15 on the right hash.
Where you could have had a
stop. 10, the Dragons. McDonald comes out with his players. Got two players on the left, or receivers on the left, and got a tight end in the slot on the left, and now it's halfback 0.
You think he's gonna go there again?
No, he's going to hand it to 0, and 0 is going to run up the middle, and he's going to break a few tackles and spin loose and get to the 5. So it'll be second down and 4 inside, second down and 1. So
costly penalty right there for sure, folks. Waskom up 21-13, 8 minutes 45 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
Shelbyville Dragons are at the 6 of the Waskom Wildcats.
Second down and 1.
Two receivers out to the right. Now McDonald's in the pistol, and they're going to give it to McDonald. 6 on the play clock. McDonald's going up the middle, and he's going to fumble. There's our fumble, Julie. There's our. Oh, now look, now he's calling him down. On the Shelbyville side.
Referee says down.
Let's see if they overturn the guy now. The line judge, he's calling it down. So it wasn't a fumble based on the line judge on the Shelbyville side. So it'll be interesting to see how that is on the film. 8 minutes, clock is under 8 minutes, 21-13. First and goal in the pistol, tight formation for Shelbyville Dragons. And they give it to Williams again.
And he's going to jump leaps over and
so he's going to score.
Gets touchdown.
Yep. So a 1-yard touchdown with 7 minutes 45 seconds. See, they'll probably set up for 2 because they're down by 2. 7 minutes 45 seconds. 0's in. He's got all their scores tonight. And so I'll take it to 21-19. And can the Wildcats hold the extra conversion?
They'll take a timeout probably and think about what play call they're going to do to try to get this 2 points and tie the game up.
So we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
5 Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats.
All right, back here at Jimmy Eacock Stadium. And the Shelbyville Dragons called a timeout because they're hoping to tie this up. They just scored a touchdown. 21-19. Wildcats are still up by 2. And so this is an important play for both teams. Wildcats defense is already on the field. Here comes Shelbyville Dragons, led by number 1 junior quarterback Gavin McDonald. Junior running back Ronnie Williams will be out there on his right side. He's got trips right. They're looking to do that screen play they like to do, or he'll spin. He'll look that way and spin and go to his pass on this left side. So the Wildcats, they got to be ready for multiple things. And look, they may have been short a player, and they bring a player and they run him back out. That should be a penalty.
Yeah, that should be a penalty. A flag.
Yeah, it's a legal substitution. So that's good for the Wildcats, or did they call timeout?
No, they called the flag. The guy in the end zone threw the flag.
He's the one that caught the unsportsmanlike, and it was way up here.
So that backed them up
5 yards. So that's good news for the Wildcats. 21-19. Clock stopped because it's an extra point attempt.
Maybe gives them a little more room for the play they want to run.
Trips right. McDonald in the shotgun. Motions the guy under, back to the right. They're rolling right. They're looking to pass, and oh man.
God.
He was making a play on the ball, but he ran into the receiver. So, I mean, that's just, it's just a mistake.
Man.
I think they would have had it.
Yeah, I think we had him, but he ran into him.
Now they'll move it up.
Yeah, now to go back up. It's just a comedy of errors here.
Yeah. But that one there was not a brutal mistake.
It wasn't an intentional
the personal,
or something that he could. Yeah, it was just an accident. Now they're going to.
Did they call timeout?
I think maybe they might have called timeout.
They're trying to make them get in the huddle. But our clock guys, they got the clock moving. On the play clock, it's down to 18 seconds, 16. McDonald's getting set. So they got number 0's in.
Oh.
So we got to watch the edge in the middle. 0, he loves to go up the A or the B, and he's going to try to get in there. We're there. Can we hold him out? Can we hold? No, we're not going to hold him.
I think we held him out.
Did we? Let's see. No good. The Wildcats have a stand in the middle. Great job, D-line and linebackers, the whole defensive team there.
So with 7 minutes, 45 seconds left to play here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium, the Wildcats are up 21-19.
Man, this has been a battle.
What a ball game,
yeah, it's been a really, not based on the prediction that we follow each week. The Wildcats were favored a few touchdowns. But like we said, the Shelbyville Dragons, they played some pretty good teams. New Boston is a really good team. And they lost to New Boston, but it was a high-scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
It was 50-something to 40-something. And
that sets you up good for district when you've come out and played those tough teams in the preseason. So I got to give it to them. They have a tough preseason schedule, but that's good for them.
And I believe Shelbyville is not rated. I think they're better than their rating. I guess is what I'm saying. But the Wildcats still have to finish this out. It's 7. There's still plenty of time for a lot of things to happen.
A lot of things can happen. There's still 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to play, and you got a tough ball game going right here, folks.
So Wildcats will set up on special teams. The Buffins are back to receive the kickoff.
Waskom has to be able to not make any more mistakes.
Hey, look, we're doing a good change here on special teams. Number 10, Joe Evans coming in, and we're moving him back in the back. We got Denver Martin, number 20, out here on the short side. He's fast, but they're going to kick it to that right side. It's going to go to Davion Buffin. He bobbles it. He picks it up, and he's not going to get up the field. Hang on to the ball. I mean, they better give him that forward progress because they have not been marking the ball in our favor
I think they
tonight.
did. Going to mark it on the 25-yard line.
And so the Wildcats take over 1st and 10.
I actually think that's a pretty good spot that time.
Yeah. So the Wildcats offense, led by number 6, Chris Hernandez, coming out here in the 4th quarter, just hanging on to a 2-point lead. Another score would certainly be nice for the Waskom Wildcats right now. And here we go, folks. Wildcats are getting out on the field. The ball's on the left hash, which is on the Dragon side of the field. Wildcats are in a tight, flexible formation. Motion right. Gives it to Nate Espy. Oh, Julie, he got through there this time. He's at the 20, 30, 35, 40. And he's going to be, and it's going to be marked out of bounds. Let's see if we get. Nate's nursing that knee from last week. Wildcats got out of bounds barely before the ball came loose.
I almost thought that he had grabbed maybe his face mask, but
no, it almost looked like a horse collar.
Okay,
so,
he had a hold of something.
Yeah, it was on the back side, but It was a good run. Wildcats get the ball to their 48.
First and 10, 7 minutes, 25 seconds left to play at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium on Thursday night.
So Bubba Jones, number 7, will come in. Let's see, Montez is over here on the sidelines. Under center, Chris Hernandez, motion left. They give it to Bubba, and Bubba's going to pick up 3 or 4, bring up a second down and 7.
Last Thursday night, we had 100 miles to drive home after the game, and tonight we only have a couple of miles, maybe 2. So that's a good thing for a Thursday night.
Yep, 7 minutes. Clock is getting under 7 minutes here with the Wildcats just in Dragon territory at the 49.
You got some whistles
That's
blowing.
the White Hat starting the play. Wildcats are looking, and while they got 16 seconds on the play clock, and they got 13 seconds.
Second down and 7.
Second down and 7. See if they'll get the play off, or they're going to call timeout. 4. Under center, Chris Hernandez, motion right. They get the play off. Don't pitch it. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. Chris out here at the 45-40. Chris got a little seam. He's going to stay in bounds, and it gets out at the 20. Good run.
I
Chris
like
Hernandez.
that he ran out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a good job. He got every piece of turf he could gain.
Sometimes Chris just runs into him, and
Yeah,
I'd rather him go on out of bounds. I don't want him getting hurt.
Yeah.
He's
So the
an
Wildcats are
integral part of the team.
moving the ball well here with the clock stopped at 6:23 for the ball to be spotted.
Hey, how many yards did he pick up on that, Michael?
He picked up, it's spotted at the 21, so he picked up 30 yards.
Wow, it's a great play there by your quarterback, your QB1.
So they're in their flex ball, and the ball's on the right hash, trying to get set, and they're set. Gives it to Nate Espy. He's back in after that
the
run.
tank.
The tank is going to pick up about 7. That's a good run. So now we can maybe put some pressure on Shelbyville on these inside runs, being closer to the end zone.
We're up to a second down and 2.
Yes, and the clock is 5 minutes and 57 seconds and moving. Bubba Jones in for the B-back. Now we're doing similar to Shelbyville. We're rotating our B-backs, 22 and 7. Bubba's out there now, number 7, 21 and 19.
Both of them have done an excellent job. Bubba Jones and Nate the Tank.
So now we're in a beast formation on the right side, and Chris is going to keep a keeper, and we get a block on the edge. Ooh, that's a tough run. Gets to the 10. I think that's the first down. Where are they spotting it? That's the first time I've seen the Wildcats in that formation this year.
They're saying first down.
First down, and I believe it's going to be first and 10 at the 10. Or it's at the 11.
11, yeah. So first 10 at the 11-yard line. 5 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Waskom 21, Shelbyville 19.
Wildcats now can take their time a little bit and catch their wind in the flex ball. That ball still on the right hash. Chris under center. Motion left. Montez. We dropped the snap. But I think the Wildcats recovered it.
Tell you something, this game, it could come down to the last second because it did last year.
Yeah. So the center, he called his error there. He's telling the team, he messed up there. 4 minutes, 30 seconds, 21-19. I really like the improvements I'm seeing from the Wildcats here tonight. Both sides of the ball with a strong foe in the Shelbyville Dragons. Still 4 minutes left on the clock to close this out. I think they're going to take a timeout here, Julie.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take a timeout. What's the second down and 10? Yeah, we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
East Texas Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Texas Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Texas Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus of the Manus Law Firm in Waskom. I'm proud to support our hometown team, and I hope you'll join me in rooting for the Wildcats to have another great season. If you've been injured in an accident as the result of someone else's negligence, your top priority should be healing physically and emotionally, not struggling financially. Since 2004, we've helped hundreds of East Texans receive full compensation for their injuries. Call us today at 903-407-8455. Visit us on the web at joshmanus.com.
We're back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium, Waskom, Texas. Wildcats coming out of their timeout. Second down and 10. The ball is on the 11 still. In a tight flex bone formation. Now we're moving into that beast formation on the right side. Chris Hernandez. Oh, a snap error again. Man, right down here at crunch time, the Wildcats are having some technical difficulty.
Do you think that's because of the pressure? You know, we've been talking about the Shelbyville defense and how quick they've been.
I'm not sure. I know he's probably thinking I got to get out of center quick, but we haven't seen that on these last couple of drives, where they've gotten through. I think the line has made some adjustments. But, man, that's put us in a third down.
Oh.
We really, let's see, third down at the 12 now. Now they're going to stay in the, they're going to go back to the flex bone.
Okay.
Motion left, give it to, oh, crap.
My goodness.
What is going on there? That's 3 times in a row.
And that time, folks, Shelbyville landed on the ball. So Waskom has fumbled the snap, and Shelbyville has recovered the ball. So close to a touchdown there to give us some cushion. We're going to be 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Waskom up 21-19. Shelbyville now has the ball on their own, 12-yard line.
Yeah, that was a very peculiar exchange there 3 times. So now the Wildcats defense has to come back out here and hold the Dragons with a 2-point lead. The ball's on the 12-yard line of the Dragons. Two receivers right. McDonald calls for the snap. He's rolling right, looking to pass. Got plenty of time, and he gets the ball out there, and they're going to evade the tackler and gets the ball down to the 34-yard line. So starting off good for the Dragons.
Yeah, the Dragon fans are coming alive over there.
Yeah, I would be too. That was just a really a weird exchange.
They can taste it now. 3 minutes left. If they could score, they'll go up, and they are ready.
Ball is at the 32-yard line.
Waskom defense now has to stand up, be strong.
McDonald calls for the snap. He's looking to pass again. He's throwing it deep, a deep pass. Nobody's there. Well overthrown 10 yards. Bubba Jones was over there for the coverage, but the ball was not in play for the receiver or the coverage. Stops the clock as well, right? 2 minutes, 45 seconds. So second down and 10.
Shelbyville coaches out on the field.
Yeah, I would like to see the Shelbyville stay with this pass game because the way the Wildcats are looking, that run game with number 0 would probably be really effective. They run trips on the left side. And he's looking to throw again. Thank you, coaches.
And we miss him in the backfield.
He's getting the ball off. He's open. He's out of bounds. The ball's thrown out of bounds. So he stops the clock again. See, so we come out.
We almost got him.
We'll give pretty good coverage. That time, that receiver was he was open slightly, but it was hard for that.
He had pressure.
Yeah, the pressure to throw it. He was 50 yards downfield to make that reception. And last year, that DJ, he would chunk it off this back foot.
Yeah, he was an excellent player.
So 2 minutes, 37 seconds. So now they're down to one play because I know they won't give the Wildcats an opportunity if they don't get it here. So the Wildcats are looking to blitz halfback's on the right side, and they're going to stick with the run. He's got some time. He gets it off, and we got some coverage, and it's going to be knocked down. And that's 4th down for the Wildcats.
Excellent play by Montez.
Yeah, Montez, number 23.
Thompson covering that. Almost could have picked it off. He was in front. Got right in front of the receiver. So now we got a 4th down.
Yeah, Montez is he kind of got stiff on there. That's why he couldn't jump, and I think he pulled.
Cramped up or pulled?
Yeah, cramped up. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
2 minutes, 29 seconds. I got to tell you.
They're talking it over again on the side. The coaches Shelbyville coaches are out on the field with the team. They're discussing.
They may say, hey, we want one more play, because if you kick it, you definitely are going to put yourself in a position of not having a chance. So you may be down to your last play.
We got 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Clock stops. Shelbyville's going to go ahead and call a timeout to discuss it.
Was 21-19 with 3 fumbles and then 4 fumbles. 4 fumbles and 2 bobble snaps, and I'll take a 2-point win.
I will say Waskom has had some excellent plays. They've had some really good looks from offense and defense, and then we've had some big mistakes.
Yeah, and they're new ones. We haven't been doing those mistakes. So you can tell there's been a lot of pressure on the players, to perform, and they've done well. And then if we can get out of this one with a win, we just work on our mistakes and keep improving on the things that they were and building on what they've been doing tonight. They'll be okay. 2 minutes, 29 seconds, 21-19. Wildcats hang on to this 2-point lead, and I'm just going to say it for the Shelbyville Dragon fans. I would have gave it to 0 on at least 2 of those 3 downs instead of going to the air so quick. But that's why I'm up in the booth, and I'm not getting paid the big bucks there that ADs are out on the field.
I wish you were.
Well,
dang.
you just wish I make big bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was wishing.
Yeah. So McDonald is in the shotgun. They are going to play because they know if they give it back over, it could be the last. Now he's going to roll right. He's got some room, and he's going to throw it and gets the first down. So they take an opportunity, and they
took that opportunity, and it worked out for them that time. Just barely got that first down, but they got it.
Yeah. So the Wildcats will have to, dig in again. They've got 4 more downs.
And defense, they've had to work tonight.
One timeout left for the Dragons, 2 for the Wildcats.
Okay.
Clock is stopped. McDonald's got trips right, 1 to the left. Halfback's on his right side. He's going to throw it screen now. We got a defensive line there and gets him. And I think that was Tay Harrison that got out there.
So that'll be a loss of yards. Bring up about 2nd and 13 or 14.
Yeah, our DN, Tay Harrison on the left side, makes a good play on that screen pass. It was a reception, and he dropped in for a loss, as Julie said, for 4. And I believe, are they going to call their last timeout? Or we're going to call a timeout. The Wildcats are going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back for some more Waskom Wildcat football.
This is Pat Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford Maverick Chevrolet, and we're beyond excited to support the Waskom Wildcats this year. I love to coach. I've coached. When I see kids that I coached in 5th, 6th, 7-year-old, flag football, basketball, baseball, when you see these kids get into high school and they're playing varsity sports and they're flourishing, and then they graduate, and then, you just see them around town. You see them at Walmart, and they come up, man, they give you a hug, and they tell you what's going on with their lives. That's the real reward. This is Pat Moore.
All right, back here at Jimmy Aycock Stadium.
2 minutes left on the clock in this ball game. Wildcats up 21-19. Shelbyville has the ball, 2nd and 13.
On their 41-yard line. So the Wildcats coming out, try to hold them on defense. They got a tight trip set on the left side. One receiver out wide. They're on the right hash. They're going to roll left for a screen. He gets it off. It's received at the 43, and he picks up a few more yards. Montez Thompson on the running number 4 out of bounds. That was Aiden Shields on the reception for the Dragons. They got the ball back to their 46-yard line. 3rd and 9. Man, this is crazy. The Wild fans are on the edge of the seat starting to slam the stands.
I think both sets of fans are.
Two receivers right, one left. He's going to roll right. We got some on the backside pressure. He gets the ball up. He's got a guy open. And did he catch it inbounds? Nope, he caught it out of bounds. Good job by Chris Hernandez.
He jumped up in the air, and Chris took him out of bounds, so he did not come down in bounds. That's a great play by Chris.
Yes. That's awesome play. And he had some other. I called Chris. Joe was back there. I don't know if they doubled, got him out there.
Yeah, somebody took him out of bounds, and that was good. And
fourth down. Fourth down and 9.
No over-celebrating about it.
Yeah, no over-celebrating. And right now, does anybody have timeouts? Yeah, I think they got one left, but they're using all the time they can before they call it. It's 6 seconds, 4 seconds, and the Dragons are going to call their final timeout with a 4th and 9 at their 41-yard line. Can the Wildcats hold them? Will the Wildcats hold them? Well, we'll find out here pretty soon. How about our new PA crew, who is
David Walden, Chris Thorpe.
And Chris Thorpe is his spotter, and he's also running our video soundboard.
Yeah.
And I bet they're like, man, this is kind of exciting. This game is a good game to follow here tonight at Waskom, Jimmy Eacock Stadium, your Waskom Wildcats.
And I think we'll make it home before 10, so that's great.
What time is it right now?
9:30.
Oh, my goodness. 1 minute and 42 seconds, folks. But it all hinges on another 4th down for the Dragons, and the Dragons were successful a second ago.
They've been able to convert.
Hey, look at the little cheerleader on the fence. She's climbing the fence down there. So here comes
both
the
sets of fans are up and yelling and cheering on their teams. It's an exciting game.
All right, folks, so 1 minute 42 seconds, 21-19.
4th down, Shelbyville.
Shelbyville comes out. McDonald has a tight set now. Two receivers on each side tight. Halfback's on his right side. He's going to roll back. We get some pressure. We sack
the quarterback.
Maddox, Ducote.
Sack the quarterback. Ball will go over on downs.
Chris Hernandez blitzed, got him out of the pocket, and as he was moving out of the pocket, Maddox, Ducote put him to sleep there.
What a play.
30, not put him to sleep.
That's a first sack we've had all night.
Down at the 30. We'll just say it because it was a really exciting one. I don't really remember.
1 minute and 37 seconds now. Waskom up 21-19. Now it's Waskom.
Now all we got to do is be able to snap the ball.
Yes, Waskom's game to lose now. So.
And it's a really great opportunity for the Wildcats to be able to hold the Coach Lawson's rival, or his former rival from Joaquin, on defense, because Coach is a defensive fiend. And he manages the defense mostly with his defensive coordinators that he has, Mr. Good and the gentleman that came over from Joaquin with Coach Lawson. Minute 37 seconds, the Wildcats had a defensive stand when they needed it most. 21-19, we're holding on to that 2-point lead.
Holding on.
Unfortunately,
but it ain't over till it's over, so let's see what we can do.
They're out of timeouts, Joey, so we only have to do victory.
If we can
we only have to do victory, so there's no pressure.
Okay.
And the Chris takes the knee.
Okay.
So it gets the clock going.
We got the knee down there.
Yeah, so we will come out victorious, barring that the Wildcats try to run a play. Just do the victory formation. Yeah. Hey, look, they're trying to tell the fans to be quiet. The fans don't want to be quiet there.
Oh,
I don't know, he's telling the band or something.
Oh,
They're just like, y'all settle down.
They can't hear the...
Too much noise.
The call or something, maybe?
I'm not sure. I may have been misreading
No,
that.
he was
telling.
He was telling.
Look, Coach Lawson, he looked like his hat's all crooked. He's like, man, I'm just glad we stopped him there on that drive. Chris is set up with 57 seconds. He'll have to do it one more time after this. 40 seconds, 51 on the play clock. So one more victory formation. And a shout out to the Shelbyville Dragons, because they were a big underdog on the paper, and they made this a game. And fortunately for the Wildcats, they came out victorious because I know from last year they were not wanting to fall to Shelbyville again.
Yeah.
So the Wildcats take the last knee, and they win tonight, 21-19 at home in their home opener in front of their hometown.
That's a little retribution from the tough loss last year at the last second.
Yeah.
But another great game. Last year's was a great game, and this year was a great game. So always expect good competition from the Shelbyville Dragons.
Yeah, it was interesting this year. Last year it ended offensive. It was like you said earlier. It was the battle of offenses, and it ended with offense and Shelbyville throwing the last pass to win it. And us this year it's a defensive battle, and us holding the last defensive stand to win it.
So next week, folks, we'll see you back here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium at 7 p.m. We'll be facing the Union Grove Lions.
And that's the start of district, right?
It may be.
Yeah, look at your thing.
Yeah, because we've had 3 preseasons, right? So.
Yeah, so I think we start district next week against the Lions. We'll be hosting them. And if you follow in our JV and our junior high, they'll be on Tuesday night this coming week. So early football week for the Wildcats coming up, and it's it's much easier to deal with now that we have this victory early in this week, so they have quite a bit of time for the varsity to recuperate, and then with a win it always makes you heal up easier with those dingers during the game. So folks, that's it for Julie and I tonight. The Wildcats come up. We gave you that first half wrap up, so it'll be quick here to finish out what happened in the second half, because we come out of the half 14-13. The Wildcats had the lead. Wildcats came out first with 3 minutes 22 seconds in the third quarter with a run from Joel Irving, 20-yard run after a really great run by Montez Thompson to get us set up there. Chris Hernandez capped it off with a kick, 21-13. Didn't miss an extra point all night, which was very important in this game, because with 7 minutes 45 seconds left in the game, Shelbyville scored Williams on another 1-yard run. They set up to go for 2, and the Wildcats held them on that 2-point conversion, and they won the game 21-19 here in Waskom. So for Michael and Julie, we will catch you